Yeah.
Where's the tier list? Where's the?
I'm
spreadsheet?
opening the stream
We're all
now.
on free time.
Share my entire screen. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
It's not gonna blow up or anything.
That's not gonna get the sound through.
Well, no, oh, you're right.
Yeah. That game.
But even then, I've got. Okay, I'll have to add the music. I'll have to add the music to this. This is fucking dumb. I'll have to add the music tab to this so that the music can come through.
Hilarious.
Oh, okay, now I need to start the stream. The Discord stream. I'm not streaming this, obviously. There we go. Do you all see it? Why am I going to Amazon?
Also, what?
Why are you
what
on
do mean-
Amazon?
Also, Scope,
Why are you?
what do you mean you're not streaming this? This is the New Purge Rumble episode.
God, I wish.
This is why I've been doing it.
Okay, you actually made me
Wait,
panic check
unironically-
OBS and make sure it wasn't streaming. Thankfully, I'm not.
Unironically, I held out a bit, just like, will there be
extra
100 times where I can post? And like, honestly, not really. Like, just, I don't.
Okay,
fucking
so
do
we're
it.
starting with Hiruko, right?
Yes, but first let me make sure one more time that we have all the rules set. The rules are as follows. It's common route only. You will not be discussing any other routes. There will be no spoilers or bias from future routes. So no ranking Takumi higher because of NG+. No ranking Hiroko higher because she exists. Gameplay is not a factor. It is purely a character-driven tier list, and there will be zero tolerance for waifu bias.
Well, okay. It's gonna be
Let me
hard.
get the music going. Let me make sure it's looping. Excellent. Is
you're
this a little
recording,
too
right?
loud?
Turn it
That's
down a little
fine.
bit.
Yeah, I feel like it too, but it's like, it's such a delicate little... Christ's sake. That's good.
That's good. That's good.
It's barely
That's
audible,
good.
but whatever. It's less than the dark...
Okay, so Hiruko.
Hiruko is starting.
Okay. Before we start
My
throwing
vote.
out, hey,
Okay,
hey,
okay,
BB,
listen.
let's just
I
ease
think-
into it with pros and cons, and then we'll like kind of naturally shift
Okay.
to like pitching letters.
Yes.
I think
Sounds
we
good to
should
me.
at least start by going like one by one and saying like a tier. Like one by
Okay.
one.
Yes, and then we can go
Well,
into
I-
explanations.
I
feel
think
like
that
we
we should actually start with Takumi. Actually, like we start.
Nah,
We've
no,
agreed to
we're-
make him
we're
last.
saving him
Why
for
did?
last.
Why is it going to Amazon?
Wait, why?
I don't know.
I was
Oh,
looking
right.
for that.
Before we even start, let's. This was the demo tier list. I'm just bringing it up now.
That's so
Sorry for
hard.
the image
That's so
quality for
weird.
ants. Just
That's
this
so
is what
dying.
we did months ago. Just absorb this. Do you feel
Dude,
satisfied with this tier list?
No.
Nah, it's
Yugamo
so
was
different
not
though.
in the demo. Yugamo was not in the
It's-
demo. Why is he ranked?
Foresight, I guess.
Yeah,
No,
Wait,
but I have a
yeah, why
question.
is he there?
Why aren't we
Did
starting
Taco
with
have the
Takumi though
vision?
in this one though?
he's for last. He's for last. It's the best.
He's for
Yeah.
last.
And like, I feel like if we lead with him, everything's just gonna be like downwards, and I feel like we should
I
should
agree.
evaluate everyone, and then like, okay, Takumi time.
Yes.
Okay,
but
that's
fair.
fair. That
because
is
he's gonna
completely
have the
fair.
most to talk about for sure.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Okay, so we start with Hiruko then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The reason I'm gonna start with the grades, is I feel like it's gonna be like, oh, he says B, I have to say A now, or he says A, I have to say C now. Let's just like do pros and cons, and then once discourse goes, we go in order of just
Right.
saying our letter grades after we've justified them. So
I
just,
do
like
agree.
having to work
Okay.
backwards.
I agree. I agree.
All right. Who goes first?
I will start. Hiruko is fucking hot.
Yes.
Rule number 4: no waifuism.
No, I'm not. Hey,
no, no, no.
that is not
no,
me
that's not
seeing like
waifuism.
she's the best character ever. That's just me telling it like it is.
Fair. Fair.
She's hot. She's very, very hot. Okay.
She's extremely
Yeah.
hot.
You get these dudes made of energy from the beginning of the game. She's okay, this is like our hero, our main eventer. And honestly, like they try to kind of bury her in the beginning by making her like Stalin, and then you realize, wait, she's done literally nothing wrong by asking these fucking retards to just fight.
Yeah.
So even the game like trying to bury her a little bit fails to like stop her from going over.
Yeah.
That being said, she's kind of like boring to talk to in the beginning.
Yes, absolutely.
She doesn't have much to say.
She doesn't have much
It's
to
just-
say,
it's just-
and when she does, it's either her being just an absolute fucking cunt, or
Yeah.
it's her being a sociopath.
Yeah.
It's aura farming, which she has the aura,
Yes.
but like the character not in common route. So
Yeah. So
what else? Okay, should we factor in just like design in general? Because like it's gonna come up for Shoma. Just like you can't look at Shoma and like say, oh, well, his personality. Like no,
We should.
it just
factor in.
only you just cannot use gameplay as an argument.
that's fine because then like I be SS my king, but like Hiruko because like it doesn't seem like a Dangan-esque design. It feels like a little more muted, but that's why I really fuck with it because like she's
I
not
also
she's
really
not
fuck
direct.
Yeah, it's something new. It is a very.
Almost
I think this whole
normal.
game
That's how
has
I
a
would describe
cast of very unique looking characters that wouldn't be like Danganronpa characters. And Hiruko is kind of,
Darumi.
if I have to admit, her design is kind of bland, but I feel like that's the point. Because
It's
she just
bland,
looks
but
like,
it works in her favor. Like sometimes simplicity is better than
yes,
a bunch of shit all over the place.
Yeah, you think, oh, she's the normal one, and then she starts talking, and she's like, oh, this bitch is crazy.
well, they're all crazy in their own
I wouldn't
special little way.
Say crazy per se. She's just very strict and kind of
Yeah, but it's not-
sociopathic.
Okay.
Exactly. It's like you think she's normal. But it's like, okay, she's not. We're not gonna be chill.
We need.
That's not.
We need ranks though. We need ranks.
Okay, my
What do
vote for Hiruko is C because she's inoffensive in the common route and really doesn't do much to warrant like anything lower or higher than C, in my opinion.
I have to
There are,
agree. I
like,
think C is
50
good.
She drops
more
the,
inoffensive.
she comes in, has a small arc, drops the hottest CG of all time, and then fucking disappears. C.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah, but-
much.
Yeah, but like this is proportionality. Like compare her to like half the cast. I say let's start her at B and then see who she's around. Drop her from there. But like C is for like the other characters we'll get to. Starting her in C
Okay,
is insane.
honestly, before Rika voted C, I was gonna vote B.
If
Yeah.
you're saying
So
that,
I think my real vote's B.
if you're saying that
Well,
Haruko
I'm
should be
gonna-
B because there are characters that are like 100 times worse, and not just the two
Not
that are
even
going to be an F, then yes, I feel
Not
like
even
that's
wor-
a fair point.
There's a lot
No,
of just
I-
like
yeah, I think
offensive
C and B. I think B is more realistic.
Let me
For
add
that
in my.
reason-
Let me hang on. Let me add in my thoughts. I think that Hiroko did a great job at like establishing like what they need to do.
Yes.
But because of her personality, like she scared away like basically 70% of the cast at that point. And then she fucks off into the very like near the end of Common Route, and then we found out that she's dead. So the fact that she had a great introduction, in my opinion. Like she was like someone's like I think Bird said that she's like a unique kind of Danganronpa, like a Danganronpa like esque but not Danganronpa esque design, which is refreshing. And like I said, she established and jump started like the main like issue, the main like campaign of the game. But because like she's not around, then I'd say that C would be good for her. But I think that she just has like a very good presence that not too many characters have at that point in time. So B is a good option for her at that point.
the biggest point against her is that she's gone most of the route. But
Yeah.
I will say
Yes.
the one saving grace is that like, in the back of your mind, you thinking, is she coming back? Is she gonna re-enter? And then you
That's
see
fair.
the corpse, and you're like,
That is
fuck.
true.
That-
That is true.
Exactly.
characters that only-
I was thinking. I was thinking that there'd be like a huge enter moment that she was at.
But no.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
And then it turned out she's dead. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
For a
So I
character
will
that
admit,
disappears
the,
on day 15, she has enough of a lasting impact on your mind for her actual discovery to be emotional.
I
at
will
the end of the
admit,
game.
the discovery of Hiruko's corpse actually fucked with me like pretty well
Yeah.
when it
Okay.
happened. Like it kind of hit hard.
So, like if they killed her, what the fuck's coming for us? It's a good moment. Like so that's
yeah,
that's why I
because she's
say
so strong at that point.
Okay. So
we
we're also factoring in Hiruko's impact later on, despite her lack of presence.
Well,
Yeah.
we're not like using her like future route appearances. It's just like
No, I
No.
mean
Yeah.
her future impact in the common route, like
Yes.
within the common route.
yes.
Yes,
Okay.
that's fair. So I think B is actually a great position for her.
I'm gonna do
Okay.
that.
Then in that case, I agree with B.
All right, we're moving on to
Okay, who's next?
Takamaru. And now this is common route, so I
Okay.
can't call him a fucking grug just yet.
Okay.
Hold on.
Takamaru, he was a great height. I'll go first. Like he was a great height man. He taught Shoma how to toughen up. That was very compelling. Day 43, in my opinion, was probably one of the top 5 days in Common Route. Aside from what he did for Shoma, he doesn't really do too much more. I'd say he's kind of like in the background, like chiming in with like funny like his jokes and whatnot.
Yeah,
I'd
not-
say that. I'd say that A might be a bit too high for him. I'd say B is a reasonable
A
position
is
for him as well.
definitely high for him.
Yeah,
So
even
I'd
in
say
common
I'm
route,
gonna-
A is high for him.
All right. Hold on.
I'd say B
Yeah.
is like
GM,
good for Common Route.
GM made his vote. It's B. Someone else now.
I think that
Okay, in his
Takamaru is a
opinion,
great.
Takamaru-
Oh, are you gonna go or should I
Okay.
go?
Okay, let Noob talk because he didn't say anything about Hiruko, so let him go second.
Okay.
Okay.
What? Oh, yeah, I kind of in the same boat. He does. I mean, he's funny when he's funny. He's always got like a little chime in, but I feel like he didn't do that much other than with Shoma. So yeah, I'd say like maybe just B, because he's not like offensive to hear or look at. So I think maybe
Yeah.
B. I'd say B or C.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make my case now. I think that
Okay,
in
go.
common route, I think he's a good bro character. He's not like in common route. He's not like a like the usual grug-brained like delinquent character. I mean, he is at the start, but I grow to love him, platonically speaking, of course. He's cool.
Platonically
He's cool in
speaking.
common route. He's like, he's always got your back. He's got funny voice lines, especially the one where like in Japanese, if you play in Japanese, which I sincerely hope you did.
As you
He's
should.
got that
Even-
great sound
Yeah.
effect where
I
he
don't
just
think
screams
anyone-
really loudly, and it
The
makes me
biggest
pop
dub-
every time.
So no dubs allowed. We're not doing that.
No, I've heard the dub is absolutely dreadful in this.
It is completely asinine.
Like.
Okay. Back to
So
Takamaru. I think at the start he is really, really good. Like he gets shit done. He's one of the first 4 to enter the first fight, and he just has your back like consistently throughout the start of the game. He does fall off like later on, but I do think his arc with Shoma is pretty good around day
very good.
43 too. Yeah, I think B is a solid ranking for him.
okay, so the thing is, I was really high on Takamaru. I bought his coin
I
when
was
it was
too.
like fucking skyrocketed. I bought it
He
during
put
like
the profile
before the demo.
coin. That's how hard he bought.
I made him my avatar for like 2 months. I took away Katsuya. I had that Katsuya since like 2022.
Yeah, definitely at least
I-
since you played Persona 2.
Yeah, I took that avatar that I had for like no, I played Persona 2 in 2020, I think. So I've had that avatar for like 4 years at that point, okay? And I took it off for Takamaru. And
He did not deliver.
I know it's common route, but like the first 7 days he was so good,
Yes.
and then he
Yeah, he just
just
that's
does
his problem. He just falls off.
absolutely fucking nothing. And for my disappointment, I want to place him on C. But
Ooh.
I gotta be fair. I gotta be a bit more fair than that. And considering it's common route, I don't think he did like worse than Hiruko, because like he was really good for 7 days, and then he did some things in like near day 43, and then he did nothing.
He does
But
fall off
Hiruko had-
after 43.
Hiruko, yeah, Hiruko had two good weeks, kinda. So like, if Hiruko's a B, Takamaru's gotta be a B.
Yes, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Even if I personally feel like
I
he's
think
a
it says
C.
it's coming to. I don't want to say Danganronpa the whole time, but I will say
Mondo.
Mondo.
but not. He was like that week after Trial 1 when Ishimaru and Mondo linked
Yeah.
up. That he was like
Yeah,
he was like
I
their
said the same thing. Yeah.
he was their gay love child, and that was base. But they had great lines, just off the cuff. They would be funny. He's like wholesome, but he's not very. He doesn't say anything like that sticks in your mind. Like
He's kind of like
He's just gangster.
he's kind of
even
artificial
Shoma
chungus.
has. Yes, even Shoma has memorably bad lines. Nothing from Tomorrow sticks out in my mind. It's like brain empty. So I would say below Hiroko B, because I feel like we should order these like ascending within letter.
Yes.
But I don't think he will be B by the end of the list. So
Yeah.
right now, below
So B.
Hiroko in.
All right. Well, unless anyone else has anything more to say, I think that's fair.
That's fair.
That sums it
Yeah.
up for me.
All right. We
Like,
got.
I personally think that. Sorry. I was gonna say that I personally think that. If he's gonna be in B, I think that he's the type of character that should be at the end of B. But that's just
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
All right.
gonna
We've got
be
an
honest,
absolutely
fellas, this is
fucking
an F
dog
from
shit
me.
character now.
This is an F from me.
That's an F. Like
I don't
I'm
care
sorry. Like I'm sorry. Like the thing is, my opinion might be influenced by post Common Route, but the thing is, she's still the same character in Common Route. She does not.
She
She
is
never
the
changes.
exact same. She does
She
not
never
grow.
grew.
Remy,
She
Remy,
is
get-
just... Okay, hold on.
hang on.
By the end of Common Route, the characters just started ignoring her every time she spoke.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah,
serious
that
she
was great.
Everyone knows
Remy-
what she said.
Okay.
No one was
let me get my assessment. So at the beginning of the in the demo, like Darumi, she was actually somewhat kind of like interesting in a way because she was one of the few that actually chose to fight early on.
Schizophrenic.
And then so we did see some like insight of her, not much compared to like Takamaru and Hiroko, but we did see like because she was one of the ones we were fighting with, and that was like, oh hey, that she's kind of like cool for doing that. But she just stays stagnant throughout the entire route. She does nothing. Everything she says is about let's have a killing game. Let's kill each other. Like,
Yeah,
she just
she's
keeps
literally
doing that
least annoying
the entire
Danganronpa fan.
fucking time. And then she talks about her abuse, which then like it raises your eyes. Like Tsubasa even says, you can't just say things that make it hard to ignore you, which is great.
Oh, yeah,
but
she just kind of drops that.
yeah, she
out
just
of
drops
nowhere.
random
Like,
shit.
she,
And
she
then
drops,
like,
she drops 3 interesting lines all game long, and it makes you curious. But like, maybe that's elaborated on New Game Plus. But this is Common Route. She's not a character in Common Route.
She's
a
a
Common Route,
non-character in
she-
Common Road.
she's not
she
a
does
character.
nothing. She
needs
should
to
be.
go on F because she's not a character.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
I mean, I reserve F for characters I hate. I think that she just is so underwhelming. I mean, I don't hate her in Common Route. I just think that she just like does nothing. I'd say that bottom of D is where I put her.
You're
I
crazy.
find her entire shtick is like extremely obnoxious, and I really don't like the killing game shit. And I especially find the mistress shit she does incredibly obnoxious.
She
I
got-
just cannot put her anywhere except F.
She got so
All right.
bad for me that I just had to skip every single time she talked. Every time she would like appear on my screen, I held X. It got that bad. Her lines are terrible. Her dialogue is terrible. Her voice lines, her actual audio is ear grating.
I know.
Like if I had to
I-
hear
I-
that
I-
awful laugh one more time, that one, yes.
Okay,
Gentlemen,
we need
time
to
for
let Purd and
All right,
drop
Purd,
their thoughts, and then we
I
can-
know you've got
Drop the bomb.
something to say here.
okay.
Oh my god.
Enter.
Goat as well.
The perfect character for this setting because it's Kodaka saying I fucking hate Danganronpa fans.
So
And that's
based.
the joke.
Good.
That's
So
true.
based.
That's-
He literally took
Every-
everyone's complaints about V3 and put it into a character. Like, you want to see me talk about how much I hate you? Here you go.
That's
You
basically.
think
Darumi.
V3 was me shooting on you? I'll show you shooting.
This is Smark Destruction character, and then they put her in an environment in Common Route where there's no killing game, and that's the joke, and that's very funny to me.
Okay,
It's,
you may have convinced me to put her in bottom
How
D.
does that improve her as a character?
It's like a
how
meta
does-
sense.
I-
bro.
She's like a thing.
literally
No,
us.
she's a parody of itself, Shin.
It
Yeah,
insists
but that's-
upon
she's
itself.
literally
Look.
world's least annoying Danganronpa fan. She thinks being gay is the coolest thing ever. She's abused. She just keeps talking about killing games.
She makes fucking fan fictions.
Yeah,
No,
dude,
she-
she's
she-
literally
she-
just a,
Yeah, okay.
she's a giant middle finger to Danganronpa fans, and that's kind of fucking awesome.
I'm gonna convince
Okay,
you all
that's
right.
not a character thing. That's just a meta thing. Like
Like
we can't count that.
I mean, it
Right.
doesn't change my observation that she should be bottom of D. So
I'm gonna drop one red truth. Hold on, I need to like, get the image for this because it's very
Take the red
important.
pill.
okay.
This better be a common route related image, or I'm gonna kick your ass.
I'm trying- I need to find. Oh, shit, where is it?
Call me Graves, the bird killer.
It's very important, like to establish. Okay, Darumi is not the person posting summertime saga threads. She is the person posting this image in summertime saga threads.
No, that's me.
I-
I'm the one who does.
I
that.
don't know if I agree with
Shit, that's
you,
you.
but that image makes you laugh. So
That's what
My
Darumi is.
opinion is, shut the fuck up and put her in FD already, please.
Okay. We need noobs inside.
I don't know. Yeah, Newt, you say something.
I say
I
D.
think I think I'm
In
with
that-
agreement with most people here, but I will say when she was doing the things and getting ignored later on, I thought it was gonna be like some reveal with her because there was like lines that were kind of like meta. I get that she's like the meta joke character.
yeah,
I was like, are they gonna actually do something with her? But no, it never happened.
No.
So-
like in
Never
common
happened.
route,
Never
like
happened.
like you guys said, she sets shit up about herself. She sets up like she's going to drop a character like
Okay, here's the thing. She has a
That's the
route,
joke.
and people say it's very good, and it's written personally by Kodaka, and I am gonna play
fuck
it. but
off. There's
it's
no
outside
way.
of the common route. It's outside of the common route. People say it's very good. It's a great route,
So
apparently.
you're telling me that
But-
we
Yeah, people say it's
wasted
like
a
one of the
Kodaka
best- one of
route
the
on
best
this
ones.
fucking piece of shit.
Dude, Kodaka wanted
Yeah,
to
they
get- Dude, Scope, look at the room. You know Kodaka is passionate about her in some way.
God
I
damn
don't
it.
know which way, but he's passionate about her.
That's what
He
I'm saying.
shields
I'm
her
saying
too.
He
That's-
wanted to make a route about her, and people say it's a very good route.
it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, people say it's a very good route. So
Okay, but
this is common
that's
route.
not really
That's
effective
why
here.
because it's common route, she's going on D or F because there's nothing
Yeah.
about her. She doesn't evolve. If that
I
route
still
is
think she
good,
should go
she
F.
might improve,
Yeah.
but not on the.
We'll get to that when we get to that. As of right now, though, in common route, she fucking sucks.
Yeah,
I'm
agreed.
putting her in F.
I
Yeah,
will-
that's fine.
I can't
how
put her.
many people? How many people say D? How many people say F?
It
I
does,
say
well,
F.
okay. If a certain character gets above her, I don't agree with
Okay,
that.
D. Let's go with D.
God damn it.
I think
Alright.
D.
No, because I don't think she's worse than Gaku, but we'll go into that when we talk about Gaku. So yeah.
No, there's no. Okay, we get to that when we get to Gaku, but we're not. That's insane that you said that.
No,
I
I said,
agree,
I
that
said,
is
no, I said that she's
quite
better than Gaku. She's not worse than Gaku.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
insane.
No,
No,
let's
that's
keep
what I'm saying is insane.
Let's keep going.
Okay, we're
No,
talking about
you
that.
know
It
what?
might be
No, I want to hear
Let's
this.
keep
We're
going.
talking about Gaku. I want to hear this.
Okay, fine. Let's
Okay.
go with that.
Oh, fine. Do
Okay.
you want me to talk about Gaku?
Yes. Tell me how
This
he
is
could
common.
possibly
Okay.
get worse than Darumi in common.
All right, common. Never mind. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
I mean, we're
I-
talking about Gaku. Let me talk about Gaku though. Okay, so Gaku in common root, like he starts off, as like as like a soda XP or whatever. Like the dude character that's a fucking worse, a perverted, and everyone hates him.
Yes.
He actually starts off annoying because he doesn't want to fight. He picks fights with everyone. But when you convince him to fight, then he turns pretty base. Actually, like he's actually
he mellows out.
He mellows out. He actually becomes actually enjoyable to talk to. He's a team player. Like he sets up the
Yeah.
barbecue. He's
Gaku
actually
in Common Route is actually a pretty good character.
Yes.
Evan.
for sure.
He sets
everything after Common Route.
he sets up the festival for Okako. That was kind of based. And then he saves everyone with the DJ
Oblivion
mixtape.
music, which is
Yeah.
absolutely one of
Yep.
the funniest moments in Common Route.
So I mean, he actually provides more contributions than Takamaru actually. So
I agree.
I wouldn't say he's B rank for that though. I'd say that he should be top of C maybe. because
See,
he still has this insufferable personality too.
I think
You're gonna kill
Kamara
Noob.
Gaku
You're gonna
bottom.
kill Noob, bro. Bro.
Why are you so
Stop-
mad, Noob?
Stop everything.
Why
Let
are you
Noob
mad?
talk. Let Noob talk right now.
See
We're
you,
talking
Darumi.
about Gaku. Let him talk.
Noob, go ahead. Go ahead, Noob.
Okay, that's kind of a joke, but counter out. I guess I'll admit defeat. He's fine. He
I
does
want to
some cool
make an
stuff in
argument that he's
Common Route.
actually kind of good in Common Route.
Well,
Hmm.
okay, let's.
Or, Noob, do you have anything more to say?
I'm not for him getting
Like
the
the
shit.
barbecue is good. The music,
The festival's
the
good.
music sucked ass, but it
Dude,
somehow
that
worked
song is a
out.
banger. Fuck you.
Okay,
In
but he
context
also,
of the party, I mean.
I forgot that he also stole Kurara's curry, which jump-started the Shoma arc, and he didn't
Okay,
say
yeah,
anything
he's-
until the end. so
Okay,
fuck
He's
you,
an
man.
asshole.
okay.
Okay,
That's kind of
let-
Just
That
for
did
that, you can
lead.
see there.
That did lead to Shoma
Yes.
going Super Saiyan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you
He's
done? Because
okay.
I'm
I put
gonna
him in
make
C.
my. I'm gonna say the first
Go.
controversial thing in this tier list.
Go ahead.
Is it
Phil.
still?
Go ahead.
I think Gaku's A tier in Common Route.
Shut the fuck
Kill
up.
yourself.
Ooh.
No.
Die.
Listen
I
to
mean, I
think
can
about the
see
words
you-
that
I
you
can
all
see you
just
making a
said.
convincing argument for that. No, it's fine. I can see you making a convincing argument for that. I
Me
trust your judgment.
personally,
I just want you to say why you think you should be A tier.
Because you already
Yeah, I
explained
agree.
it. He sets up like the festival for Kako to make her feel better after what happened to Ima disappearing. He sets up the barbecue to bring everyone together. He's the catalyst for the Shoma arc, which is the initial like binding, uniting factor for the two teams. He does all these plot
Okay, but-
important stuff that helps progress. What?
Big card
Yes,
shitter. Work.
I
I'm done
get
with
what you
this.
mean.
Okay,
I mean, he
okay.
did jumpstart the Shoma arc, yes, but he did it in a fucking selfish
Yes,
way.
but he's like
remember that.
an annoying little, not an annoying rat, but he's a rat in Common Route, and not every
Yes.
character needs to be like Chungus, but also not
Yeah,
every
no,
character
I
needs to
agree
be
with
evil.
I agree with
He's
that.
he's
Okay,
I think
okay,
he is a
okay,
necessarily
okay.
evil character, not evil, but
Okay.
A
In Common
tier.
Route-
is-
Gaku
In Common Route,
is
I agree with that. Let me say
fucking
something.
Shin,
hold
go
on,
ahead.
hold on. I
Shin.
also
let-
want to say something.
Let me present
No,
my
Rick and
argument.
wait. Shin, go ahead.
Let me
Okay.
present my argument here. I know it's one of the rules that we can't use things after Common Route as an argument. However,
gonna
it's
break
one
the rules.
thing when a character is bad or good in specific routes after Common Route. The thing with Gaku is after Common Route, it's a common denominator in every single fucking route that he's fucking insufferable. He's a fucking awful person.
I
fundamentally.
agree.
Okay,
I
but
agree.
If you,
But-
if you
but
consider
hold on.
that in
You
every
talk about-
single route,
If you want-
all 100 routes, he's a fucking terrible
he
person.
may be a terrible
look
character
back
in
on
99
Common
other
Route.
routes, but in this one route that this is about,
No,
he's
listen,
not that
listen.
bad.
The thing
Okay,
is,
but
Nah,
Shin,
okay,
remember,
okay, hold on.
the thing is,
Shin,
his
Shin, hold on.
character
Hey,
is
Shin.
established. He's a terrible fucking person. There's no changing
Okay,
that.
Okay, yes,
Fine.
but
He's
Shin,
not
for the-
bad because of his.
I want to know how much they fucked me.
Shin, for the integrity of this tier list, I don't think we should use that as an argument.
It is a Common
Like,
Route
I
tier
Yeah, I
agree
list.
guess
with you.
just what
I
we
agree with
know
you.
of the characters.
Okay. So what I'm gonna say is, see,
See?
My
Okay,
Yeah,
opinion,
I'd put him-
my
I'd put
opinion.
him
Hold
C.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. My opinion is Gaku should be the gatekeeper of B tier. He should be the bottom of B tier. He should gatekeep it.
I can
That's
see
like-
him
that's-
being in B. That's fine.
I want him to be an A
Shoulders
tier,
with
so
Hiroku
if he has to be in B, then fine.
the biggest advocate.
He's either top of C or bottom of B. I can't
Top of
move him
C.
anywhere.
I prefer
Yeah.
top of C, personally.
I'm
I prefer
clearly
bottom of
outvoted,
B.
so I'll put him on top of
Top
C.
of C is good. Top of
But
C.
top of
He's
C
still
can
like-
still be the gatekeeper of B.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
fair.
Okay,
I
the
still think that.
controversial character now.
Who?
Yeah.
Who's
I
next?
can.
Should we save him for later though, before Takumi?
Save
For-
him
No,
for
save him.
later.
Save him
for
before
later.
talking to me.
Because
Save
he's
him
kind
before
of
talking to me.
he's kind of the final boss, you know.
Yeah, save him for later.
Yeah.
Complicated.
Save him before talking to me, I'd say.
Okay, then we're doing Tsubasa.
Okay, Tsubasa. Let me
You
do
guys keep
Tsubasa first because personally I have no real strong opinion on her, so I could go either way. My vote for her is like B or C, and either one works. I just really don't have a strong opinion on her.
Okay, Purd, I think you're trying to say something, but you're cutting out.
The one thing I want to say is like you guys keep talking about like, oh, he's not a good person. She does this. I'm not here to judge these people as like people. They're just. I want they pop me. How many times?
So listen.
Okay,
listen,
then he gives a
Purd,
negative pop.
Purd, I get you. I understand what you're saying, but the thing is, Gaku is actually like shoot repulsive. It's not like
Yes.
it's not like I am warped by him. No, he's legit like.
He has
and
Xbox.
talked about
He has
this.
Xbox.
He
and,
is disgusting.
and talked about this early. The thing with that differs Gaku and Shoma. I'm not gonna get into Shoma, but like Shoma is like Gaku's like realistically repulsive. If you understand what I mean. Shoma is he's a fucking joke design midget that falls out.
Gaku is
and
ontologically
it's fucking
disgusting.
hilarious. Gaku's
The
like
one thing-
Gaku. You could see Gaku being a real person.
Yes.
I feel that's the. I
Yeah.
feel we could in some way relate to Gaku in our deepest,
Shut the
darkest,
fuck up.
like.
No. I know I was
Uh,
defending him, but I'm not even going to go that far.
No. Shut the fuck up.
Absolutely not.
Shut the
Because
fuck
we
up.
also like, it would
No,
be
it
so
makes
fun
sense
to like.
for Purd. It makes sense.
True.
It makes sense for Bird. Yeah, Bird could totally relate to him.
It's his spirit animal.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying his taste is. I'm talking about like the wagey perspective of like we all say like, oh, it'd be super fun to go fight monsters in Danganronpa, and he's like the one guy saying this shit fucking sucks, man.
He is
And
kind of a
can
middleman.
kind of- He's the everyman,
Yes.
which is why it's funny when Kurara beats the shit out of him. That's
Yes.
why I'm fine
Yes.
with him in C.
I think he
Okay,
causes
can we move
problems
on
and then
now
doesn't
to
take
Tsubasa?
responsibility for it.
Literally me. He just like me for real.
No, he's
Can we
very
move on to
cannibal.
Tsubasa?
I agree.
So yeah, are we talking about Tsubasa now, or
Yes, we're going to
yeah,
talk
let's
about
yeah.
talk
Tsubasa.
about Tsubasa.
I'm done talking
Nice.
about Gaku.
Okay,
In a
Honestly,
perfect world, we will never have to
is-
talk about him again until all routes.
Rika presents
God.
his argument about Tsubasa. So next is who?
Well, I can't start
Let's go
because
next.
I can't really rate her. I cannot, in good
Okay.
faith, rate her properly.
Okay. So let me talk, I guess, if no one's gonna talk. Probably either her or Eva, hottest girl in the game. Want to get that out of the way. But we're not. Well, I guess we are considering design in a way, but like we're not getting into that. No waifuism. She honestly does fucking nothing in the common route,
Yeah.
which is a good thing because she doesn't offend
Not
me at
you.
any point.
No, in Common Route,
we will
she's
get to that.
constantly
She-
like.
that-
He's inoffensive.
I think she's the like perfect person to be like bottom of B.
Does she fix the
Okay,
bus?
true.
She does fix the
She
bus.
fixes the bus. She drives the bus too.
However, she also
But
has the
she-
constant vomit gimmick in Common Route. Thankfully,
Which is
that's not
really
as bad
annoying.
in future routes, in
Okay,
all
but
routes.
the vomit gimmick leads you to I'll poke at you. That's like the
That
biggest
is a
guy
very
line of
Latino
all
line.
time,
That's
and it's
good.
so fucking funny.
But that line doesn't have
Her
to
sex
exist.
It was like,
And the vomit
Yeah,
gimmick
that's
in
like
sex appeal. So what does she have left? C tier.
nah, top of B. I can't put her below Gaku. I cannot. Put
We
her
can put
below.
it.
You mean bottom of B?
Bottom of B. Yeah, bottom of B.
No, I
Yeah,
can't.
bottom
I-
of B.
I don't think that's
Ye-
fair. I think she's C tier in Common Route. As much as
So
I
I also
love her
feel-
in all
Don't get me
routes.
wrong,
Honestly-
she does nothing, but I cannot see Gaku ahead of her. I cannot. Not even this Gaku. I cannot.
Okay.
Like it should not be allowed.
Would we fuck Gaku? No. So Tsubasa above
Wait,
Gaku.
hold on. Can I cut in for a second?
Ford just dropped the truth nuke. Ford just dropped the truth nuke.
Okay, but you're gonna tell
Okay,
me
can
that.
I cut in for a second?
What? What do you want?
We had our arguments about Gaku. I think it's fair we move Darumi back to F.
Well,
We can go back to that later.
We'll go back to that once you finish all the characters. We can do revisions.
Okay, fine.
Okay, next. Okay, I presented my argument. Let Noob or Scope talk, I guess.
I cannot, in good faith, really talk about her too much because I'm gonna be too biased from all routes.
Okay.
So I'm just
Name
gonna
one
say
so-
C tier because the vomit gimmick is extremely annoying. Oh shit, is extremely
I do
annoying
not
in
care
all
for
in
the
Common
vomit
Road.
gimmick. I do not care for it.
Yeah,
No.
maybe end of B, top of C at this point. Because I mean,
I think top of C.
I wish we had done this like right after everyone did. I know that you could. It's kind of hard to line that up, but
I wish too.
I don't
we
remember
were
as
trying to set
much
it
in
up.
common. And I don't.
Okay.
So maybe she did something
We
that
remember
was
stuff about
cool.
other characters. Name one thing Tsubasa did in Common Round. Name
She fixed
one
the
thing.
bus. We just said this.
Nothing. Yeah, she fixed the bus
Okay.
and she
The
drives it.
sent it.
But if there's something else, then yeah, I don't remember. So she's just kind of there. She's
The
kind of
thing
like
is, she never
Takimaru.
once offended me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she's
Okay, but she
inoffensive,
offended me
but she
all the
also
time when she
is
did her
the-
vomit gimmick.
No,
Yeah,
but
true.
yeah, but in my personal opinion, that was not offensive to me. So
Okay, I'm gonna chime in then. So Tsubasa, as we know, she fixed the buzz. She's hot as fuck. We can all agree on that. But
not all.
What? Shut the fuck up. Anyway, aside from that, she does not do anything. Like Gaku, for example, contributes more, in my opinion, to like the morale of the team. I can see arguments of her being like above Gaku for sure. I agree with that because I mean, why would you ever rate anyone above Gaku? Unless they're Darumi, of course. But I think that she should either be a bottom of B. I'd say bottom of B is perfect for her in this regard.
Yeah,
Next
I
to
agree
talk
with bottom of B.
Bird's the only
'Cause-
one. Did Bird vote?
I'm saying top of C. I would put her above Gaku,
I also
but
agree
she's
with Bird
just
on top of C.
dead average, and that's the best thing to describe Tsubasa. For every
Yeah,
pro,
Agreed.
there's a con.
So he thinks that she's like middle of the road then. So top of C does make sense in that regard. I'm
If
fine
you like
with that
female
too.
Takimaru, they don't contribute much.
Yeah, yeah.
In common.
That's
Top
a
of
very
C.
good. That's a very good comparison. But
Top of
Takamaru's
C.
in B, so he's got to go
Top of-
down then.
We'll
I'll talk
do
about
revisions
it.
when we get to it. We'll do revisions like
We're
at the end.
we're cross that bridge when we get to it.
If we do
That's fine.
revisions mid-list, if we're gonna be here a long time, let's just rank.
Yeah.
Once we rank them, we'll keep them there until we do revisions.
My
Alright,
vote
top
is
of C.
bottom of B, top of C. It doesn't matter to me.
Just put it top of C for now.
Same. It's literally the same thing. Bottom of B, top of C. It's the same thing.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Shoma, let's go Shoma.
You want to do
we're doing
Shoma
Ema
instead of?
now.
Okay, we can do the twins after Shoma then. Sure.
I don't care
Okay.
who we go with. I mean, it's fine. But
Shoma.
Okay.
Okay. Noob, go first. You go first.
I
I go first. Okay. I went into the game, thinking he was really ugly,
Wow.
Dang.
and he needed to gain height with his Shrek ears. And his gimmick wasn't really I didn't really like his gimmick, but after Common Round, I like him a lot. I think he's like A at least.
You're
I'd
saying after
argue
Common
S.
Route as in after playing through Common Route.
Or well, after playing, yeah.
Yes.
I'd argue S.
That's
Okay.
Oh my
that's
God.
huge.
Okay.
I like. I don't know. I think I like
I'm gonna be real.
his glow up.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go and say the same exact thing Noob said at the start. I would every 3 posts I would talk about this game. I would talk about how much Shoma's an ugly fucking twink that should gain height and get a clue and fucking disappear
Yeah.
from my
I
sight.
think
And I would
Shoma.
only play
I
the routes where he dies. That's what I would say. The thing is, I go into
Yeah.
the game. I go into the demo. He does not pop me. He's exactly as bad as I think he's gonna be. I go into the full game. This guy has to me, like, let's go to Higurashi for a second. Like fucking chapter 3. That was the
Yeah.
moment where I go like, holy shit. And Shoma is actually the moment where I went like, holy shit, when I played.
when
Wizard
when
by
you're
Wizard
and
or
you're
not.
you're saying that in reference to the game
Day
itself or as
43 is
Shoma.
the first moment where my mouth was agape. It's my the first moment in the game where my mouth was agape.
Yes, but was that at the game or was that at Shoma? Not that question doesn't really matter.
Oh,
I'm just
Oh,
curious.
he's part of it. He's
Okay.
part of it. So see, he's the main part of it. And I think that scene is insanely funny. It contributes so much for him and for Kurara too. So after that, I started paying a little more attention to his gimmick, and he started getting really fucking creative with it, and he got some really good insults. and then you learned that his character was like inspired by insults Kamiya used on Twitter, and that shit's so fucking funny. So
Yeah.
honestly, he fucking massively pops me. He has some of the best fucking lines in the game. He has probably the best sprite in the game. I think he's A. I think he's an A. Solid A.
I'll also
'Cause, like,
argue he's also just like one of the he's like a good person. I'd just say
Yeah,
He's
he
like
genuinely
with
a
his,
good
his
person.
treatment of Eva, and
Like
you know he
he's-
wants
he's
to
not-
put one for
he's
the
not
team,
like
even
that.
if he's constantly like making fun of himself while he's doing it, which is
Yeah, no,
funny.
he's a good dude, straight up.
Yeah, I'd say A S. If
I have not
others agree.
much else to say besides what's already added. I think hating on Shoma is really funny, but he is genuinely a good character. I
He's
think
not
A too.
He's not an offensive character. I when I played the demo, I'm just literally parroting what everyone else has said at this point. He was offensive to me. He was so fucking annoying. He was in Darumi tier with me.
He was.
It was just the same character,
Yeah.
the same gimmick, the same annoying like I want to skip you when you talk. But yes, after day 43, he becomes Kino.
He became my goat.
I think like
Okay.
low A tier is a good place for him for common route.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
I
Dave
have to play
Vernon-
devil's advocate here. After day 43, he reverts back to normal, and you still have to look at him.
True, but he
That's
also
the
comes
one
up with
thing.
increasingly funnier ways to make fun of
Yeah,
himself.
exactly. It's what's
Yeah,
And
so funny.
from your own words,
Yeah.
it's about
Look-
whether they pop you. And for me, he popped me, brother.
He popped me. Yeah,
I'm
He
saying-
popped me too.
Like I said, I went in thinking he would be F tier forever, and he did claw his way out of that, but I can't put him in A. I even like, this is one thing, like, you say no gameplay, and that's fair. Having cool shit to do with your weapons is a big boost for me. Having the giant Shiba robot is
Okay,
base.
yeah, we can talk about class armor as part of the character. It
Design,
just can't be
yeah.
like how they play in the game.
Yeah, like so far,
I agree that
boss-
class armor should be ranked with them because Atos is like really symbolic too.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
true.
we'll get to that. I do love his giant. Every time it shows up, it's like enter, and that's cool. That's like middle of B tier. I can't put him A tier because I have to look at him, and it's Shoma with his
Yeah.
because he's not just he's 4 foot tall and he's fucking fat.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
I don't
honestly,
know.
maybe-
he was
maybe I
like
can
when he
put
was
him in
working
bottom B
out,
tier
he
as
was.
well.
Sometimes he has like a fat beer belly, but sometimes he looks fine. He looks normal in the CGs. It just depends. It's weird.
in his little twink, he still has diaper baby energy with his weird little backpack. I don't like looking at him. So,
I'd rather
I'm
look at him
saying-
than Gaku.
I'd
True.
rather look at him.
Sure.
Gaku's like
Fucking
straight
like-
up ugly.
The energy is just
Okay,
completely.
Can I-
listen.
Can I say that
Bird,
it's actually
Bird.
physically hurting me to see Gaku's whole
Bird.
presence next to Tsubasa right now?
Look at this fucking
know.
look at this fucking gif. Look at Gaku.
True.
You
true,
can't
true.
tell me that's worse than Shoma. That's better than Shoma. You cannot.
I have one
Look at
counterpart.
him trying to be badass.
If Takumi
what's
was
Bro thinks he's
fucking
bro thinks he's
Indian-
tough.
What's
If
with the
Taki-
Indian dot on his head?
he would go over. If Takumi was in Shoma's body, we wouldn't have bought the game.
Yes. Yes.
No, he would not go over in Gaku's body. He would not.
No, we're talking about if
Gaku's
Takumi was in
disgusting.
Shoma's body.
No, he would not in Shoma, but he would not go over in Gaku either. He would not.
Okay,
They
moving
want-
on.
I'm saying I'm fine with top of B. I can't put Shoma in A. I can't go there.
Okay, who did not
Ah.
give ZM? I think didn't say anything.
Nope,
Yeah.
it's fine. I mean, you guys basically summed it up. Shoma has this day 43 moment, and he, like, in terms of like expectations, he was probably the character that definitely like out of all the characters, he definitely like exceeded my expectations, like bar none. Like I hated him in the demo because he kept like self-depreciating. He wasn't gonna fight, but then he just blew my expectations, and
He
like
just
day
popped
43 were
off.
just actually fantastic, and then he kept being awesome from there on out. And I actually don't mind like bad designs, because I mean it's a joke design, but like when you make the most of a bad design like he does of his Super Saiyan like appearance, then it just shows like how Kino like someone can be. And he's
Yeah.
generally one of the nicest characters in the cast too. I think he should be a either top of B or A tier. That's my thoughts.
I initially
I
said
have
low
one-
A, but
Yeah.
I think everyone's gonna say top B, and I'll have to agree.
I have one last card
I
to
think
play,
it's
and it's
A.
Okay, Nuke just dropped a nuke. You can't put him on D after that.
Oh no!
You cannot put him on D
Oh,
after that. You
no!
cannot. You cannot.
It's time to die. I'm sorry.
One,
Oh
okay.
my God.
I have one last truth nuke to drop, and I didn't want to bring this up, but I got to play it here. We have to talk about the surrounding cast at the end of Common Route all being fucking idiots. And I hate doing it because it kills everyone in the route except for Takumi and Nozomi. But the fact that like Shoma has this arc of like believing in himself and being nice, and he still flakes on Nozomi in the end is kind of fucking cringe.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot about like everyone turning
I
heel on
also forgot
Nozomi at
that.
the end.
I'm sorry,
I
but
also
like
forgot.
if he had stood up for Nozomi and if it had been like him, Takumi, and Nozomi, I would put him in A. The fact that he goes back to being it's so over, I can't put him in anything higher than Takumi.
And he's supposed to be like,
okay, we
he's
can
supposed to
do
be.
B.
Bird, listen. Bird, I understand your argument, but can you imagine the final CG, not the final CG, but one of the final CGs, with Takumi and Nozomi back to back, and then you have Shoma right next to them?
That would be Tina. That would
Oh
be
no,
so Tina.
no, no!
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that
that's a
final
thing where
scene-
they had to make them solo.
Yeah.
I'm fucking-
Just Takumi and Nozomi for the visual play.
DM.
Do not have Shoma
DM,
right
hold on,
It
hold
would
on,
it
hold
would
on.
kill that
DM,
scene
DM.
so badly if Shoma was there.
listen. You have,
DM, look at this.
Dude,
Let me see.
Alright, we're getting in a
Oh.
scene edit with him in there.
you have fucking Takumi and Nozomi back
Show
to
me.
back,
Back
doing
to
the
back,
badass
like
pose.
insane,
And
like
then
romance
from
flags,
behind.
like they're gonna die for each other, and Shoma's just there.
Takumi Nozomi Shoma.
Dude, Scope, they do the badass back-to-back pose, and then from behind walks in the fucking
The
Shoma
mech.
enter mode, 5 to 6 feet tall.
Shin posted. You gotta post it, Shin.
Plus what?
If that had happened,
Po-
A
post the
tier.
fucking scene.
Hold on, I'm gonna do it. Hold on, one moment.
Okay,
I think I remember what you're talking about, but
I
I
haven't.
don't.
I know that
need
we
to see it.
I know
haven't.
that we can't really talk about it right now, but that final like the Vexness sequence at the end of Common Route, such a good scene, such a great scene.
It is.
Well, I'll
Dude, she's
get to
a
that.
great villain.
I'll try to get to that when we get to Nozomi, but oh my god, what a fucking great scene.
Okay,
Okay,
so
I
we're
have
doing
it.
top of B for Shoma?
Top of B.
Dude,
Post the shit. I gotta see it again.
hold on. The scene's playing right now. And
You
I'm
know what
seeing
that is?
Vexness all
Wait, do you know what that is? It's March and Drag. It's March and Drag walking next
I'm
to
waiting
them.
for the pose.
And then it's Jiren and Shoma behind them.
I'm waiting for the pose.
It's
Dude,
like-
imagine Shoma there, bro. Imagine Shoma there, bro.
He walks into frame in Jiren mode. Yeah, yeah.
The badass poses.
I need someone edit that right now.
Oh my god. I hope you don't mind the use of the bug like me joining you guys.
Okay, hold on. We had too much fun. Tsukumo twins, Kako or Ima
We'll
first.
start with Kako so we can calm down.
Okay.
Kako
okay.
is the bathroom
I'll go-
break
I'll go
match, and then we can go to the Kino
I'll
that
go-
is Ima.
I'll go first for Kako. Okay, so Kako, like, I like how she like displayed that, like, she like after seeing everyone like jump into the fight, even Shoma, she's like, I want to fight too. But Ima holds her back, of course, as we know, because he's an overprotective piece of shit at the time. But the fact that like Takumi was gaslit into like making sure that like she wouldn't fight, and
Dude,
then he
that was
tried to,
cringe.
and then he tried to gaslight her into thinking that she should stay back, and then she was like, no, fuck you, I'm gonna fight. That was fucking based.
So Kino.
That and then she was amazing like all throughout. And then like her genuine I was expecting her to turn against Ima at some point actually. Like getting fed up with that. I was expecting that in the demo, but she didn't. Instead, like she just like she's devoted like for safety. That it's compelling. And then the fact that she was like so distraught when like they thought he died, and then they brought him back into the series body. And then even though he looked like a white piece of shit after that, Like she still like showed nothing but genuine affection for her brother, and that's touching. And
I
then
want
when
to add on this.
look, hang on, you can go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with everything ZM said, and also on top of that, Kako's rage when Vexness actually killed Ima, she just fucking keeps stabbing her corpse over and over, and
No,
that was
yeah, I
fucking
gotta
really,
deduct
really
points.
cool.
You can continue, but then I want to speak on that.
Okay,
Okay.
I was gonna, you
And-
basically summed up my thoughts on that. You mentioned what I was gonna say about how when she went off on Vexness for killing Ima, like that scene
Yeah.
was awesome. That was
It
pure
was
metal.
pretty awesome. I agree.
Okay.
And I just think Kako is really, really good overall. In my opinion, she's my first S tier. I'm laying it down.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say that I'm gonna say A for her. I think that
Okay.
she showcased like enough like a potential in Common Root. I think that she's one of the more memorable characters in what happened. So I'd say A is fine for her.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, no, shut the fuck up. I'm in waiting for
let me
this.
bring, let me
I've
turn
been
the
waiting
tables.
for this.
Let me turn the tables here because I'm going kind of insane here. To me,
Okay.
I was gonna come into this rating and say, oh, she's Tsubasa except she doesn't make my dick hard, and I was gonna just
Wow, that
You
is
guys
crazy.
did-
Wow.
you guys did
That is
present
crazy to me.
two very good scenes, Chaz.
Yes.
I gotta admit, Chaz, two very good scenes. Very
Okay.
Wait,
good.
wait, I
yes.
forgot one thing. I forgot
God
one
damn it.
thing. The pose when Kako and Dima actually join the field is really cool.
That is
Yes.
cool too.
They-
Yes.
they- They did have that 17-18 synergy,
so-
but
so-
I'm saying it took
so-
them so fucking long to do anything. Too long.
Let me just finish. Yes,
Okay, go ahead.
I agree with what Bird just said. It took them too fucking long to even be relevant at all. In the demo, they were fucking sufferable. I'm not gonna get into that. but,
Absolutely.
like, just throwing it out there. I was gonna
I mean,
say,
to be fair, Shin, the demo is part of Common Root.
yes, I was gonna say she's Tsubasa except she doesn't make my dick hard. I am gonna be fair and say like those two scenes are so good that she's Tsubasa except better in Kamen Route, so I'm gonna place her in C above Tsubasa, but I can't do anything more than that. I cannot.
E above Tsubasa
E above
is
Tsubasa.
diabolical.
I cannot do anything more than that. I
Okay,
cannot.
Okay,
well,
no, I'm
you-
talking now. I'm talking now.
Scope, go ahead. Scope,
This
go ahead.
fucking bitch steals Takemi's honor kill at the end of the game. His avenging trip is stolen in a fit of rage. Literally his moment. Fuck you.
That's true.
Well,
I mean,
that's true.
because
That's-
Eamon is only
land
both
the
games.
actual
Yeah.
killing
though.
blow. Hold on. I have to add on that. First of all, Takumi did land the actual killing blow and absorb Vexness's Cryptoglobin. And they both wanted vengeance. Like, Takumi wanted vengeance for Nozomi, and Kako did for Ima.
I don't care. I
Like,
don't care.
I don't-
I simply don't care.
okay,
Takemi
you're
should have
just-
decapitated her.
okay,
Vexness,
you're
I
What
just
you
mean.
deserve.
realized.
It should have.
Okay. Bird and
Also, I don't even think she was
Tsubasa.
fully dead at that point, Vexness.
Yeah. Okay. For someone who hopped in the pod despite knowing shit was suspicious, it felt very unearned for her to get the run back, which is just another thing that's wrong with the end of Common Route. I think the one thing that keeps me from putting her any higher, her class weapon is kind of mid. It doesn't really. It's just a sniper rifle, and that's just like, is that it?
And we're
Ima
talking about that as
has
a
that-
design and not in a gameplay.
For real. I'm just saying, purely aesthetic. It's just like, okay, she has a sniper rifle. That's it. Ima has those fucking wings on. That shit looks good on him. Nothing going for her with her weapon, so it's very like no aura, no presence.
Yeah, and I know this is gameplay, but her gameplay is like almost exactly the XCOM sniper, and I fucking hate that. I
Her
want to move my
gameplay is
characters.
literally no fun allowed.
They will never put a single 4 health unit in her range at the beginning, and that I wanna. If this was a gameplay tier list, F tier for that, but it's not. So I say C is a fair starting point. If anyone wants to put her in B, speak now. But I feel like we're drifting towards C.
No, I'm putting her in C.
Say something.
Yeah, I like her. Yeah, I could see her, like a higher up ranking, because she also has like those visions. I think that's interesting, and it actually helps out.
It does help.
Yeah,
out.
Weedman kind of gets blown the
does
fuck
help out.
out by her visions.
Okay, but Weedman was never
But,
wrong either.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah, but
But hers are right and relevant, like in the situation.
Weedman's was relevant too.
Well, like
Personally, I
guess,
can't
like,
go below A.
way
I guess
directly,
you're saying that hers were more specific.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess that makes more sense.
Okay. You know what? I'm
Yeah,
willing
I
to
like
say
it.
like mid or low B tier. I can't go A.
I think
She
either
has
goes
good
on C
moments,
or-
but she's also just like she's held back for too long.
I think what's fair for her is either top of C or above Takamaru on B.
Top of C is crazy. Come on, Shin.
Above Takamaru on B.
I can't put her below Hiroko because they're in the
I
game for
wouldn't-
roughly the same time.
I wouldn't put her in
Which
C.
is bad.
No.
Roughly the same time, nigga. What?
In terms of like actually doing something, she is there just like being leashed around by Ima for like 80 fucking days, and it's boring.
Yes.
Put her
80.
put her below Shoma or below Hiroko.
I'd say below Hiroko.
I would agree.
Because
I kind of want to say below Takamaru.
No, not below Takamaru.
no. He does get 2 black soy moments that Takamaru does not.
Yes.
Yeah,
So we're all fine with this?
I'm fine with that.
Let's
I
go.
mean, that's fine, sure. As long as she's B tier at Reese, that's fine with me.
Okay, we need to talk about Ima, who is in common route. He
Okay,
rules.
uh,
He absolutely
Okay,
rules.
okay.
My
Let
thing.
me talk. Let me talk. Let
Go
me
for it.
be the first. Fucking despise him in the demo. Fucking despise him in the demo. Like fucking despise him in the demo.
Okay.
God tier design. God tier design. Absolutely God
You
tier.
can,
Like
you
top
can
3.
absolutely get it.
Top 3 design. Bird's insane.
Okay.
Megumi-
One
Megumi
comment
Ogata buff.
before you continue.
Megumi Ogata buff. Insane buff.
Damn.
There it is. He's so powerful. Mogs those manlet shitters.
Brutally.
Okay, insane design. Megumi Ogata buff. Great character development. Fucking absolutely enter moment after day 81. Really good after day 81 still.
Yabba dabba
This
doo.
man is a fucking ass tier. This is a fucking ass.
Yes,
I agree,
I
I agree.
agree completely. I want to say that legitimately, unironically, I screamed out loud when he stabs Takamaru.
What the?
I was
why?
not expecting that shit, but it was awesome. And
fucking
not in
shamed
like
him.
a I loved it way, but in a holy shit way.
Yeah, no, it's
It's like he seems like promo god doesn't actually do anything, and then he just enters with a knife. Okay, so that
He's
and
Nagito if he was a good character.
his biggest pop is becoming Sirei. That's like insane pop.
That's insane. That's an insane pop.
That's biggest
He
pop
just keeps reinventing himself.
What a
How does he do
we
it?
love you, goat. We love you, goat. Also, his
man.
class
We
weapon,
love
I
you,
didn't
goat.
talk about his class weapon, but you guys did.
Yeah,
Fucking
coolest
awesome.
class
His
weapon in
battle-
the game.
his-
Coolest
his
class
battle
weapon in the
lines-
game, hands down.
His battle lines are so good too. His battle lines are so good.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
I'm thinking A tier, S tier is
Well,
because like I said, like Kako, he's not in the game enough in common route. He doesn't do enough in common route, but
Okay, but
No,
what he
he-
does in common route is
No,
like
no, that's-
insane.
that's-
Sirei
yeah,
though.
that's-
When he becomes Sirei though, holy shit.
Yeah, when he becomes Siri, dude, come on.
I
I'm
have
saying
to
A
agree.
tier, but
I have
like-
to say S tier as well.
I have to say S tier. I can't go below S tier for
We
Ima. I'm
have
sorry.
3 votes for S. We
Like,
need
I have
GM
to put my
only.
foot down.
GM and
This
need to
is
talk
S
now.
tier.
Okay, can I go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Ima, as Shin said, like, I hated him in the demo. I despised him. Throughout the game, he was the most obvious red herring of all time. So that also made him a bit insufferable. And then the whole gaslighting thing he made Takumi do, that made me hate him even more. And then he disappeared. And then he quote-unquote died. And then he got resurrected as Sirei. And then he became, like, the most like the best like character ever. Like he was like the big like he turned from like an F tier character to a fucking S tier character with just that transformation. Like he was like he was like the coolest guy. Like I remember like marking out the Shin about how cool he was because like he he moved the prop forward too, which was based. Like he like translated the text for the Futurum text. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't see why he should be anything other than S tier. Like he's amazing.
the one thing is you said, I think you said it perfectly. He went from an F to an S, but you have to factor in the 50% of the
When he
game with
was
him
an
as an
F.
FT.
I don't
Which
think he
puts
was
him-
an F ever. I don't think he was an F ever.
I also don't. Okay. Also, since I mentioned it for Kaku, I'll mention it for Iman. Come on. Come on.
Kino.
Come on.
Not true, Kino.
Noob. Last one.
Yeah, I think a high score. He's great. I had something specific. I kind of forgot, but when he turns into Sirei, that was insane. I thought that was really funny.
I can't believe they did that shit on Kamara.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Dude, being in combat is crazy, honestly.
I think he's also really good. Even early on, you're kind of like suspicious of him because he's like that kind of character.
Yeah.
If you've played like Danganronpa,
He plays it perfectly.
you're like okay.
He plays it so good.
'Cause it's like was he the reason why like Hiroko disappeared?
I used to be sure he was behind Hiruko and fucking Sirei.
Yeah,
Until like
that's
they
kind of what I was
destroyed your
thinking. Because like who
I
else?
never even
else but
considered
him?
this, honestly.
No, you are
But-
spoiled, Breaker. Don't lie to us.
I really wasn't. I don't know why you're so insistent on that. I unironically wasn't.
Okay.
Well, at the very least, he was one of the more like suspicious characters. But anyway, yeah, I think he develops well. I like him. I do agree with a
So-
A or an S.
It's like 4-1 S. I say we
Yeah,
go
well,
S.
just put him on S.
The first S tier is Ema. That's something.
Also, here's what I was gonna say.
Yep.
He's better at being poor than Gaku.
Exactly. So it's not even close. He does the gimmick so much
He's
better.
way more convincing,
Massive boost nuke.
and he's a way more relatable poor person than Gaku.
Dude,
He
he's so much better.
cries and
than
whines.
Oh yeah. That took the wind out of my sails there. That was fucking good.
Dude, just for that, put him in SS.
No, keep him in that.
Okay, before we go to second to last
Okay.
academy,
Also,
let's talk about the
his voice.
mascots.
He's got a great voice.
He does have a
Megumi
great
Ogata is
voice.
so good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the
I think
mascots.
Sirei really doesn't have much time to do anything, and we can't count Ima and Sirei's body
Right.
as Sirei, so
I think Sirei should be
I just
ranked.
put him in.
You think it should be they
I
should
would-
both be irrelevant?
I
I guess.
think so. And so
I
so
guess,
should
yeah.
Moko.
You know,
He
you're
does
right
have
because
more
I'm pretty
than
sure
that.
he dies on day 2. Yeah, they literally have no
He
character.
dies on day 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
day
does that on day
2.
2.
Okay.
Nigo dies immediately too. Moko is not ever in the game. Moko is never in the game.
In common route at
for a
least.
second.
Okay, but hold on. Do we rank Zenta using Moko, or do we don't?
No.
No.
Who cares about him?
You can
Okay,
make
fine.
an argument for ranking Moko based on the one thing she did, which was sacrifice herself for second to last
No, but
academy.
that's not being a character. No, irrelevant.
Yeah,
I will
that's not
say-
being
Oh, yes, but she has an
irrelevant.
impact on the other second to last academy characters that lingers and lasts.
Dude, no.
For Moko,
Irrelevant.
in terms of like being on screen, you can argue that like the mimic does kind of like get her right, and because
Mostly right.
pro wrestling it checks out. It checks out in terms of like what she's about, just talking about just being a fucking smart and talking about New Japan based. So I don't think she's like F tier, horrible mimic. Because every second she's on screen is popping me, but that's wrestling bias. So I understand if you guys don't feel the same. I'll leave the rating to you guys in terms of just like throwing a number out there because it is kind of hard to.
I'm fine with
I think
putting
Hate
Moko
Zenta
in
acting
C.
as Moko.
I don't like the way
So
she
I-
looks objectively, but it fits. So it's not like Shoma.
I don't
she's
think we
irrelevant.
should rank Moko
I
here.
think
We
she's
should put her in
irrelevant.
relevant.
She's
Alright,
Because
fine.
if we did rank her, I would probably put her in F because I really did not like.
We
Zenta
don't
as
know
Moko.
anything about Moko until like NG Plus, so she should be irrelevant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she
Yeah.
should be irrelevant.
Okay, okay.
100%.
ZM, keep your pants on. We're talking about Nozomi now.
Oh my god. GM, you go first.
Do I have,
As
Yeah,
the most
remember
biased
rule
person,
four.
I need you to get it
Remember
out of the way.
rule 4.
No waifu bias. No waifu bias. I know. Okay, so Nozomi, I actually hated it when she was gatekept at the start by Kurara and Kiyoshika. I thought that was.
It was so
I
Yes,
thought
but
annoying.
that's
it
not
was-
on her though.
That's not on her. I just thought no, that's just me. We can talk about that for the other two, but that was annoying because like Takumi sees like he thinks is the girl that he grew up with. And then the fact that he has to like deal with that the entire time is just ass.
Yes.
And then when
Yeah,
she finally opens up to him, it opened the door for some of the most like memorable and compelling scenes for me. But in Common Route, she doesn't like. I'm throwing away my bias. She actually does not have as much of a presence that I thought she would in Common Route, and because of
I
that,
agree.
I can't rank her an S.
I
for
don't
that.
know.
I-
She's got some really good scenes like remember during the thunderstorm. Thunderstorm
yes.
scene is really good. Obviously, the Vexness
Yeah, true.
last stand is really good.
And then the
her
final scene
telling
of her
her
and
secret
Takumi as
is
she's
really
dying in his
good.
arms. Yes. Like, the thunderstorm scene, that was when they went exploring, right? And then
Yes.
then that she opened up about how her mom like conducted experiments on her. That scene was
Yeah.
amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
There's
then,
also when she
yeah, and
had the
then-
rejection symptoms and like Takumi was freaking
Yes.
the fuck out, and I felt freaked
Yeah.
the fuck
They-
out myself as well.
Annoying. They made you care about her enough, which is
Yes.
impressive.
In Common Route, even in Common Route, I'd say that she's still the best written Kodaka heroine.
Yes.
So, I think
Yeah.
I want to put her in. I think like she does not go under A. Like she
she
can't
does
be
not
any
go under Ema, no.
No, under Ema no. But I think either top of A or bottom of S. What do you guys think?
Well, no, she
I
doesn't
think
go
she
below.
should be
She
top of
doesn't
A.
go below Ema. I don't think.
I mean, depends. So you guys think she's
Really?
worse, better than Ema?
I
or,
think
I
her
mean,
scenes have such an
okay.
amazing emotional impact on the game and on the player.
that's
Okay.
true.
It's really hard
I
to
don't
rank
know, dude.
her.
I really don't think she
on-
deserves S.
it's really hard to rank her on the common route alone, but going through that, I think she.
I think
do
Nozomi
she's the
fits
best Kodaka-
solidly in top of A.
I do think she's the best written Kodaka heroine, even in common
Yeah,
route
that's
Because
true.
alone.
yes,
Uh,
because there's a reason to care
however-
about her. You have no
exactly.
reason to
Yes.
care about
I agree.
Kirigiri. You have no reason to care about Chiaki. You have no,
I agree.
or rather, not you, but the main character. For
Yes,
most
I
of the
agree.
game, has
I
no
agree.
reason to care about their heroines in DR1 and DR2 and V3. None.
I agree.
Yeah.
Not until later,
Yep.
I
Thing
guess,
is-
but still.
The thing is, let's go back to Bert for a moment. As far as how much they popped me and how much I I agree that she's very enjoyable. We're talking about Common Route again, but the thing is, did she like entertain me, engage me more than Ema, for example?
Yeah,
No,
that's the
I
thing.
can't
She
say
did
that. I
not
cannot
pop
say
me.
that. I can't
She
say
did not
she,
pop
Well, that's
she
your
engaged
opinion.
me more than Ema at any moment.
But not in waifu fact. She was cute enough to make me care.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, I
The thing
care
is,
about her.
I
I like her.
I wouldn't I can't place her above Ema, and I can't place Ema lower than S tier. So to me, she's a top of A. She's perfect for top.
Yeah,
of
I
A.
agree. Top of A is perfect for her.
Nope.
Yeah, I'll probably also go with A. I think, she obviously introduces like the mystery elements. It's like, oh, she's the neighbor girl, or is she a different girl, the same girl? And then when you get there to the second defense class defense academy, it's just like, whoa, that's her. If you weren't spoiled, that is. I didn't know anything going into the game. So I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, it was less spoilers and more that they had like months upon months of like doing little character bios or
That's true.
introductions,
Yeah.
and it kind of
I
just
didn't really pay
revealed her.
attention to any of
Her being revealed pre-game kind of did a disservice to
Yeah, they shouldn't
that
have done
reveal
that.
in the story. They should not have done
I
that.
agree.
They should
I
not.
agree.
Yeah, imagine how crazy it would be if like we didn't know that.
Yes.
Bird.
I think bottom of A is fine in terms of like she's a good Kodaka girl, which is impressive, but that's still like a hard archetype to get to like consistent A tier.
Rika.
I
You
already
already
said
said
my
your
piece.
piece,
She's top of A.
So we have 3 votes for A, and I don't know what.
I voted S,
Okay.
but I'm being outvoted here.
I mean, I just think that she has more like of a reason to be a top of A than S. I just think that in terms of like
That's
her
very fair.
presentation, it's not enough to warrant an S. And I'm saying that as the biggest
Yeah.
Nozomi fan here. So
Yeah, no joke, no joke.
Yeah,
All right,
not even
next up.
close.
All right,
Ooh.
we're talking about tomato.
Kurara,
We're talking
let me
about.
start. Let me start. Let me
No,
start
no,
here.
no, Rika. Okay,
Let
fine.
me
I go
start.
second.
Let
I
me
go
start.
second.
And
I
I'm
go
going
No, no,
third
no,
to
no,
counter
no,
whatever
no.
bullshit you're gonna say.
Listen.
go ahead.
Say what you will. She caused so much pointless discourse.
Yes.
She caused
Yes.
so much. She caused so much. It was so obnoxious. It made me hate her for like a good 20 days of the game. She did get better. She did improve. She admittedly, but she really, really peeved me. Like she pissed me off. I'm gonna be honest.
Yes.
It was so pointless. It was just withholding information for no
Actual
fucking
force
reason
trauma.
besides. Yeah, it was forced drama. She kept interrupting characters. She kept insulting characters for no reason. It was just all around obnoxious. It pissed me off. I did not like Aurora. I would, for a common route, I would just slap her in like bottom of C tier. Like, I'm sorry.
You're too kind.
Okay, okay. All right. Let's go ahead.
He's getting
Uh,
heated.
I, I, I can say that, like, this is not waifu faggotry because even if I tried, I could not. Even if I tried, I could not because I was never really a waifu fag for Kurara. To this day, I still prefer Tomato Head Kurara like than a masked Kurara. Like it's not even close.
You're insane.
I love
You're actually
love
mental.
Kurara with the tomato head off on shitting on fucking everyone. I fucking love it. I fucking
He does it on
love it.
his
It's
face.
very over with me.
You literally
I
want to
cannot
eat the
say-
rich, and your favorite character is the top 1%er.
She's a very realistic depiction of the rich. She's a great character. She's a great antagonistic character that has a good side to her. And I like that I like that she takes the mask off. I like that she does the thing. I like that she's actually a good, like, nice person,
Okay,
sweet person.
more
I
on
like
that.
she has that side to her. I don't like seeing that side. I like seeing her with the mask on, fucking shitting on everyone. That's what I like.
Yeah,
I
understandable,
love
but
that shit. The mask has the best fucking sprites, like, overall. Like the
okay,
sprites
I
are so
agree. The
good.
mask sprites are pretty funny.
The voice acting's fine. I think she's A tier, easily.
Okay,
Like,
more on what
easily.
you said about her taking off the mask. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. The way they just, oh well, she's cute under the mask. Let's all forgive her and hug and whatever. I just pissed me off. It's like she did all that and got nothing for it. I just don't know.
Yeah, let's
She got
not
fucking
beat around the
humiliated,
bush here.
bro.
She is responsible for what is absolutely the worst stretch of days in the entire
Okay,
common
okay.
route.
Let me add to that. I was not in any point offended by that stretch of days. I don't think it's bad at
I
all.
was
I think it's the
severely
most,
offended.
I
Sorry.
think it's the most average thing ever. Like,
No,
it's
it
not
sucks.
bad. It's not
It
good.
fucking
I do not care
sucks.
for it.
It
I
is
do not care for
fucking
it.
garbage when there's
What was
forced
it?
drama. It's when
The stretch before Shoma goes enter, like day 31
Oh,
to
that?
35 or so. Yeah, when the second to last defense academy guys get
When they
get there
link
and
up,
start the second
when
night.
like they go to the last defense academy.
Yeah, when they go to the last defense
And then
academy
like
and
they
start
ask
antagonizing
very
the other.
very like they ask the last defense academy people, they ask them very fitting questions, very important questions, and they're like, "No, I don't want to tell you because you guys are poor. You guys are lebed. Shut the fuck up."
It
That's
really
bad of
ticked
them.
me off.
Why?
Like, it
For
just
what reason?
delayed the mission over and over.
For what
It was
reason are you
just
hiding
so bad.
information? Other than you hate us. Us, I say. You know what I mean.
Let Noob talk because we had the people who hate her, we had the people who like her. Let Noob talk. I think he's a more balanced voice.
Yeah, I understand the sentiment in that regard. That is like it's like an annoying little thing. I think it's just like a story beat. I don't think like if it actually happened, obviously it wouldn't happen like that. But I think it was a story beat moment, so they just had to do it to develop them, and basically to develop Shoma. Because after that happens after that, right?
Yep.
In a while.
Yep.
And
It's Kurara versus Shoma. That's the
yeah,
I would say the
it
one
was
thing.
annoying, and I think she can be grating, I guess, but it never really bothered me that much.
Also, one more thing,
it-
I just remembered the like 70 sword joke she made about Kyoshika. Like, shut the fuck up. It got stale real quick.
I think that did get stale, but I also liked her dynamic in general.
I didn't
I
appreciate.
like their dynamic. I don't like the sword jokes.
I didn't appreciate
Fair.
that she would constantly call Takumi a pervert, and everyone would
That
just
was
believe
also
her.
really annoying.
It
That
was
That's
was
less
really
on
annoying.
her and more on everyone else.
only funny when Kyoshika did it.
Actual
The one thing I
fucking
want to say is,
grubs.
for all the shit she causes in the middle of the point, she never gets that moment to like make up for it later. And if anything, she's like the most annoying person in the turning on Nozomi route at the end.
Yes.
So
Yeah, she really grated me.
You know, I think we gotta, when we do revaluations, we gotta consider the anti-Nozomi arc.
I think
For
you guys
everyone.
are pussies
Yeah.
and should get over it. Ziam, you're the last one.
Well, I actually personally like Kurara because, like, I mean, the fact that she's like this insecure like girl that it's like she's shy, she's timid, but she's like thrust into a situation where she has to be like upfront about like about everything. She has to showcase her wealth. She has to bring honor to her family's name. It's a kind of compelling backstory I find, and I like that about her. But she did like all the showmanship. Like he told him about the memories, and she's like, "No, fuck that. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about." That was I agree with Scope and Rika. That shit was very annoying. It didn't get on my nerves as much. I didn't consider that a demerit against her or anything, but it was annoying when you go back and think about why they didn't just listen to Shoma. And then that was the one thing that she did, and then her mask came off, and she's a cute girl underneath. But after day 43, she just kind of fades into irrelevancy until the very end when she turns on Nozomi for no reason. I mean, she gave a reason, but the reason wasn't very good. The reason was kind of
Well,
ass.
we do have to mention that she did build the SAM turret that shot down the flying commander. She does have that going
That
for
is
her.
true.
She can construct AA cannons. Yeah.
She did do
Quinzel
that.
moment.
I think that she's one of the more interesting characters in terms of what you can do with her. But Common Root just does not really go too much in that regard, and she's more often than not treated as a meme character. So I'm gonna say C tier for her.
If it were up to me, I'd put her in
That's
the
fair.
fuck off and die tier.
Well,
No, that if you don't put Darumi there, I can't let you.
Well, I
put
wanted to
Kurara
put her
I'm
there.
sorry.
I wanted to put her
That's
there.
insane.
the tomato head is interesting. Like, it is like the moment you see her, it's like, okay, that's her gimmick, massive visual pop, and that puts her like ahead of everyone on principle. But yeah, see, I think I say C tier for me.
Okay, but
I
where
I think you
can
guys
accept it C. I can accept
are
it
where
C.
she ends.
you can't accept a
can't-
C?
I'll let you go.
Okay, well, democratically
can't-
speaking, more of us are saying C. So cope.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I said I
observation.
can.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he can accept C. He's fine. He's fine with C.
Okay, then where in C? Obviously above Gaku.
Under Gaku.
Above Gaku. Above
Wait,
Gaku.
Above Gaku, yeah. Wait, no, yeah, it's fine. Above Gaku.
If it were up to me, she would be
It can
below
go either
Gaku.
way.
I still think Gaku should be A tier. I think you guys are wrong.
No, you're insane.
He's really good in Kamen
Anyway,
Rider,
who's
but
next?
it's not.
Next up.
Next
Okay,
is
moving on, Kyoshika.
Kyoshika. Or Kyosh. How do you
Oh,
pronounce
my-
it?
A tier.
I'll go
Hey,
first
dude.
for this one. She's a funny character. She makes some of the funniest jokes. She's hot as fuck. But otherwise, I don't remember her doing much in Common Root. I don't remember her
That's because she didn't.
contributing.
Uh,
Yeah, exactly. I'd say that she should be ranked around Kurara because I mean, it's basically same presentation,
Around
but
Kurara is crazy.
she didn't do anything. You are biased, Rika. I'm gonna say that right now because she did not do anything at all in Common Root.
I
Yeah,
think
but
that
she's
she's the
inoffensive. Unlike
handicapped
Kurara.
by she is the murder. She is the battle hobo. That is her position. She is just
she's
Samurai
the character
League
for the combat. The problem is this tier list isn't talking about the combat.
which
Yeah.
but I say she still makes up for it by integrating the fucking shonen retard. She's the Chad Han character, and that's funny to me.
Yes, she's the
Okay,
constant. She's the
okay.
reference scene character, and
Okay.
it pops me. Unlike with Darumi, it
Let,
pops me.
let,
here.
let me say something.
Yeah.
Amazing design. God tier
Yes.
design. Even
Yes.
the fucking sneakers are great.
Yes.
The fact that they make fun of her for wearing the sneakers is awesome too.
Yeah, no, it's so good. Amazing design. Great voice
Also,
acting.
shit, I'm gonna say, guys, I think like looking at this list, Takamaru is way too high.
We'll go for that later.
We're gonna go back to that.
We'll get
We're
that
gonna go back to
later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Amazing
agree.
design. Amazing voice acting. The references are so good, but they're actually toned down by localization. Like you can hear her say shit like Toguro in Japanese, and then the subtitles you don't have
One
it.
of her voice lines is Umu. S tier. No, not S tier, but
very,
like
very
she-
Nero-esque for sure.
Like insane visual please, insane design, great voice acting. Like very enjoyable to be around. Very good character. Very good like person in general.
in a roster of
Also-
like 5 punching bags, I think she's the best character that they tease, and which is very hard to get right because
Also-
like Shoma, it's too much. With Takumi, it's annoying. With Darumi, you want to fuck off. The teasing hits just right because she's a retard.
Yeah.
Endearing
She's a
retard
retard.
characters are
She's
so
very,
good.
She's very fun. She's very fun and
Yep.
funny. She also does absolutely fucking nothing all plot long. Like she does nothing.
That's like the
Nothing.
one bad thing about her is that she has
Like,
zero
she
plot
does
relevance.
nothing. So
What I'm saying.
I
like,
agree.
she's like the best side
Oh,
character you could have. She's like the best side character you could have. I think she's a high B.
Top
I'd
of B, I
be,
would say.
Okay, where
I'm like,
exactly?
I'm saying top of
Above
B.
Hiruko for
Top of
sure.
B or behind Toma.
No,
Top of B or behind Toma.
above Cocker's kind of a take in my opinion for that.
No.
I mean, I agree that she's a
better than
way
Toma.
better character. She's a way better character, but you gotta keep into account how they contribute to the plot. Like Kiyoshika does not do anything to
True.
contribute.
better
He
than
is
Toma,
speaking straight fire right now.
Okay, but like
Ability-
this is a character tier list. This is not a plot tier list.
This
She's
is a
very
character tier list, but I
enjoyable
think that you're letting some
She's a very
waifu bias
enjoyable
get in the
character.
way of your objective
No,
ranking, in my
dude.
opinion.
Top,
Dude.
because
Okay,
on a personal
let
rank-
him talk. Let him
I'm,
talk.
I'm putting her in B, which is I think is fair, but I can't put her above like who are you for 70% of the story, Kako, because she shows up in the middle, and at every single moment on screen, she makes the best of it.
So true. So
She's
true.
the comedic relief character.
Yes.
Hmm.
When there are
She is
so
a
many
co-
people,
Go ahead.
Tell me.
what?
I think Per just died.
Bird died. No,
No.
go ahead.
Yeah, I think she's funny. Right, everyone said that. But she doesn't do anything. I guess that's not important for like what I think of her as a character. But like, in Common she's basically just comic relief. So I would probably put her around B.
She's a comic relief character done right, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say Kako does more than her in the plot, but I think Kyoshika's more interesting.
Kako
I'll-
is more than her in the
Here's
plot.
what I propose. Here's what I propose. She should not be under Takamaru, but by definitely
No, she shouldn't.
not
No,
under
no,
Takamaru.
that's
She's
insanity.
higher. She's
No,
higher.
like,
course,
so,
absolutely.
listen.
Bottom of B, move Takamaru to C.
Listen, you can argue that Hiruko contributed more to the plot. You cannot argue that Hiruko was more enjoyable than Kyoshika. You cannot. You cannot.
That is true. That is
Okay, here's
And the
here's
same about
what
Kako.
I want to
The
say.
same
though.
about Kako.
Here's what I want to say. Kako does contribute more to the story. Yes, that's true. Which is why it's insane.
she's barely.
Perd is still dying, by the way. Which is why it's insane that even with Kako doing more for the story, Kyoshika has more presence in the story.
Yes.
She
Yes.
does.
Exactly.
She actually does.
She does.
Okay, that's true. That's
And
just fact.
I can't put her under Hiruko because like she has more presence than Hiruko. I'm sorry, she does.
I think right in the middle.
That's fine.
I think above
I do want to
Hiruko's
put her
good.
higher, but I think more people want her in the middle.
No, I think Shoma's
below
higher.
Shoma. I think below
Shoma's-
Shoma.
Shoma's
I
higher.
think below Shoma is good.
Below Hiroko's fine. I mean, above Hiroko's fine. That's fine.
Okay, Perd did say look at her face and tell me she's below Shoma, and I do agree with that.
No,
That
yeah,
is- that is
he's
something to
right.
consider.
He's right on that end, but I'm sorry. I think she's in a good spot right now.
Okay,
Okay,
moving
that's
on.
good.
Yugamu, he does nothing in the entirety of the common route. He barely
Yeah,
exists.
Absolutely insane, wrong take. Yugamu is I am the useful man. We need something done. Yugamu, get on it, and he does it. He is.
Yugamo,
He- he-
you
Yeah,
can't
he-
say
he literally
Yugamo
makes-
didn't do anything in the plot. He made
he-
the bioweapon.
Yeah, he makes
Okay.
the bioweapon.
Was oh yeah, common route?
Oh
Okay.
wait. Never mind. Yugamo is SS just because he put the Ima in Sire's body.
Also,
That too.
another thing about
Yeah, you're right.
another thing about Omokage is that every time like they found a dead body, there was like Omokage. How did he die? And he's on it in a snap.
That's
Oh
not
yeah,
really a
he
common
was
route,
the
though, is it?
autopsy man.
Oh no,
That's
it was.
true.
It was a common route.
He just
Okay, dude.
universally.
Okay, listen. He's in the common route. He's an utility character with a very good design. So I think that puts him at least in B.
Yes.
I
I don't think he
I
deserves
wanna
to
see
go higher
A
than B.
because-
He does make the bioweapon. Sure, he does put Ima in Siri's body. Sure. Doesn't really do much else. Kind of a boring character in common route.
Yeah, I
Even when
agree.
every other character has to be hit with the idiot stick for the ending, Yugamu gets away with it because he's the most sensible one there.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
he's the straight man for sure. Like he might not have done much in
Well, I would
common
go
route
that
aside from
far.
some stuff, but he has like some of the best like dialogue in terms of like reacting to like what's going on. Because I think he's like the straight man character, but he also has his own eccentricities. And I think that because of that, he should not like he doesn't do much, but I think he's way too good for C tier.
Yeah,
B
no,
tier,
no,
I'd say
no,
A.
no,
I want
that's
that
the
one
thing.
thing.
No, he's
I
above
want
that.
that one thing. This is not a Yugamu problem. I hate how the localization makes him go from yada yada to for the love of murder. Who the fuck talks like
Yeah,
that?
that's
the
pretty
localization.
cringe.
Yeah,
That-
that's cringe.
So
That's
that's
cringe.
True.
That's
But
a-
the,
that's a
the
little
voice acting goes really hard, so
Yes.
I feel like it makes up for it. Very good
His voice acting is
voice
superb.
acting.
His voice acting is superb. Yes,
I think he's above Hiruko.
I agree. I'm
Yep,
inclined
I
to
agree
agree.
with that.
Okay,
The one thing
next.
So
Wait,
we do
wait,
agree
wait.
on this, right?
Yeah.
Noob, were you gonna say something?
Well,
I was gonna say.
yeah.
I was gonna say.
Oh, you can go.
Okay, I was gonna say the one thing that I can accept him not being an A tier is that his class weapon is kind of boring. It's just like two katars, which is like
Wolverine.
But his arms are stretchy.
that
He
is
does
kind
have
of
rubber
A tier.
nen,
But
yes.
you-
Or no, it's not rubber nen. It's One
Fuck,
Piece.
A tier, A tier.
Okay,
Bungie World.
noob, Bungie World, noob. What were you?
I will
gonna
say, I don't think he's a straight man. I think he's also one of those people, like just in the
He's a gay
comedy
man.
aspect. He's the gay man, yeah.
I mean,
But I like
the thing
his.
is, like-
I
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I like the his the way he plays off people, like the little gags he does.
I agree.
I think a lot of people in Common Route are kind of gag characters.
Yeah,
They're-
he.
That's
That's a lot of people in comedy.
They fit into Dan
As you can
Harmon's
see
tropes
from
in
this
common
list-
route so bad.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
he's a gag character himself because he's like the hee funny homosexual character. But I
He's
mean,
like, oh, I'm gonna torture. I mean, massage you,
yeah, but he's like
or
someone.
I'm gonna
that-
massage. I mean, torture you, and they're like, you messed that up the wrong way.
He's
But
still
that
one
gets
of the
so
more,
dimes in post-common
sensible-
routes.
I call him the straight man because he's like he's sensible, and then like he's one of the few characters that doesn't like freak out over every like
Yeah, that's true.
inconvenience that happens, and he also reacts
Exactly.
to other characters too, even though he's like an eccentric perfect himself. But even in Common Route where he doesn't like show like his amazing like character, KG is for that, but he's still a great character. So
Yeah,
okay.
He's
I,
like
I think he's in a good spot. I think
Yeah.
B's.
Okay, so we
Super
agree
good.
on his placement. We
Yeah.
can move
Yes.
to the final boss of the game, My
Okay.
King, Eita
My
Otsuki.
king. My king.
this is gonna be
okay, for
How
Ato,
do we-
remember guys, Common Route only.
Okay.
Like he's
Let-
amazing in NG Plus. I agree,
let,
but
let
remember
me
Common
say.
Route.
Let me say.
even
let me
still
say.
like
Let me go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Might be the best. No, I'm not gonna say the best character in the game, but might
No.
be. He's totally one of the three best characters in the game in NG plus.
Yes.
That aside, even in Common Route, like he has really good final boss presentation, insane music.
Even before the final
I don't like
boss.
his design.
Insane music.
I don't like his design as Fujo bait. I love his design as an antagonist. I love it.
yes.
Very good design
Yes.
for what he is.
Also, really, really good class weapon for his entire
insane
character.
class weapon. Very
Insane
good
class
weapon.
It's
Uh,
probably
maybe
the
best.
most fitting class weapon out of all the
Yeah.
characters.
And I think that I know it's just coming out, but like I know it's like a last minute twist, but like he builds up the thing throughout the entire game. And when he
He
does
does.
turn into an antagonist, he's very straightforward and he's very effective.
I
So
think Ato is like perfect in the way that you have just enough to keep him in the back of your mind,
he's
suspecting him,
exactly what he
but
should
not
be.
enough to call him out
He's
instantly.
exactly what he should be.
Exactly.
So I
Yeah.
But
think
the moment
He plays his role perfectly, like
I
to a
think
T.
moment it happens,
he's a very
he
solid
changes.
ass tier.
He's the main event of the main route because like everything that happens, you go back and realize
Yeah.
It was
he
him
was
all
doing
along, Austin.
Yeah,
Ato is
talking about
responsible for
if you want to talk
everything in
about
the
plot,
comic.
if you want to talk about plot, he's more important than fucking Takumi. He's the most
Yes.
important character in the game.
Yeah, agreed.
So to me, he's S tier above Ema.
I would not argue with that.
so
He is a tier above
I would
Eva
not
for
argue
sure.
that
But
either.
even then, you guys keep talking
Also-
about him as an antagonist. He has great moments before even becoming the antagonist, or
Yeah.
being revealed
Yeah,
as
I
the
agree.
antagonist.
Ato is like the single most supportive character in the entire game prior to being an antagonist. Like I know it was fake, but he does his role really, really well. Like he is the
Rika-
most supportive character in the game.
Rika, keeping in mind, even like I know this is New Game Plus, but even though that it was an act, so to speak, there's still like traces of him actually appreciating that company too.
Yeah,
Let
I
me
know,
find
I
it.
know. I think no one is gonna argue that he's not like S tier.
Yeah,
But
the
it's one
thing
of
is,
the
like,
funniest CGs in the game.
so
when that CG with him under the bed is it broke me. It absolutely broke me.
dude, he's so smug.
Dude,
too.
That's
Dude,
fucking
dude.
N pulse. Hold on, let me find it.
Also, I will say one thing: his form after absorbing baby's cryptoglobin is really cool when he like does the dark transformation.
Yes.
Also, one more thing is I really
Fucking
like how ominous his class weapon is. I know we
Fucking
said
pulse
that already.
kills me. The fucking pulse kills me.
Dude, he would have been so just. He would have been so just if that happened.
It would have been so gross to him.
Yeah, imagine
It
the
would've.
smell.
Yeah. Okay. Continue about the class weapon, Rika.
Yeah, I was gonna say his class weapon is really ominous and in direct opposition to what he's trying to make himself out to be, and it just keeps him in the back of your mind throughout the entire game as someone who's suspicious, but not suspicious enough to like instantly go after or call out. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
Unless
I
he's
didn't have a
helpful
chance to
until
talk
you're
much
really
about it yet.
how He's been manipulating you. Every good thing you think he does was actually him screwing you over, which is
Yes.
ingenious.
Dude,
Yep.
You can think about everything he does, and it has like a negative. It's like a sabotage
Okay.
in its own way.
Okay, let me say this before I forget. I think the thing I enjoy the most about Ato's character, like in any route, including common route, this nigga is just someone who got really fucking lucky. And
True.
it's so fucking funny. Like he's not
I know.
super talent Giga Chad mastermind. No, he was gonna die on day 5 if Takumi didn't save his ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he got lucky so many times after that. So
And
many
it makes he carries the ability to play New Game Plus because if 40-hour prologue game and you still want to run into it because like I have to get that motherfucker Ito. I
We'll get
gotta
to that.
get him
We'll
back.
get to that.
Not-
We'll get to that with Takumi.
Yeah, I'm saying like I know, but like, I'm saying like he's so effective
Also-
that like he's the reason that like the game can go into its main gimmick.
Yes.
That's how
okay,
good he
let,
is.
let me say this.
That's how good
before
he
we
is.
let me say this before we get to Takumi. I think we should consider the first 5 minutes of the.
I was gonna say the same thing. I think
I think we should
everything
consider that.
before the choice
Yeah, before everything before the choice. I think
should be
that
considered
everything before
as
the first
part
choice
of Common
is fair
Route
game.
for Takumi.
Exactly.
Yeah, true. Also,
Okay.
one last thing to add to Ato, he is the end incel. He is the Omega incel. I love
Yes.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great.
I've
So
never
guess,
had a
like,
chance to talk to him about him at all, other than that one comment I had earlier.
No,
But-
you go ahead. You go ahead.
I think he's just absolutely brilliant. It's like, and I know saying brilliant is a bit much because if you really think about it, he's just Komayata Danganronpa 2 Chapter 1.
but over the course of 40 hours.
Yes,
which
instead
is
of
like
just 3 hours. So it's a lot more time for that to like gestate and evolve
And
and
honestly,
grow.
he'd just be like, you're all fucking ugly is so much better than like hope despair hope.
Yes.
But like Hope
Like,
Man becomes like white
Tomatoes-
noise after a while. Aito was just like, oh, this guy's crazy. Like,
At no point did
Also-
Tomata like legitimately hate everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, one last thing, his voice is the best voice acting in the entire game, bar none.
I would not agree with
Debatable.
you.
you're right.
I would not agree with you.
Debatable.
Sierra.
I don't agree either. I think it's Ema TBH. But,
Okay.
Okay.
Emas is very
Okay,
good.
fine.
Anyway, so you can put him in. I think that's the perfect ranking for him. I would just say that his foreshadowing was just phenomenal. Like, take everything about Kameda and just like Kameda before Aito, I considered him the best written character in Kodaka work. Aito definitely takes the cake for that now. So
And let
everything
me-
else about
let me say
Aito,
one
you
more
guys are.
thing.
What was that?
I want to make one small case for SS in that his enter against the dragon is like so Kino, it makes you stop suspecting him because like it's so peak.
Yes.
Does that
That
push
is
him into SS?
That is true.
No,
but
I
in
want
the
him. I
demo,
want to keep
didn't
talking
really-
more
Oh, go ahead.
because throughout, I know I was in the middle saying that when I was saying he's just home at chapter 1, but like when you really think about everything he said in Common Route, it's like you're listening to an alien trying to be human. Because think about all
Yeah.
the times he's given like the cringy like power of friendship speeches and everyone sandbagged
Yeah.
him. Because that's what he thinks humans are like.
Yep.
Because he's trying to like obviously he's not an alien himself, but he doesn't understand that. He thinks they're all monsters. He's trying to blend in
Yeah.
so that like they
Dude,
don't suspect
dude.
him.
Also,
So-
one last
so-
thing.
Look
Uh,
at what I posted and look at his fucking sprite too. Look at his fucking sprite too.
He thinks he's so badass, dude. He thinks he's so cool.
I know. Okay, one
I know-
last thing before we move on. I think his gimmick of holding his heart, like, is really funny because it's just out of sheer disgust towards
is.
everyone
Like
around him.
he actually
And
feels
plays
that
it off
thing.
like
I mean,
problem.
Because you
I-
have sympathy for him. You feel like, oh, Aito's getting overworked. We should probably wrap it up, guys. And you realize, no, he just fucking hated us the whole time.
Yes.
Fuck this
Exactly.
guy.
He's great.
And then another thing, I didn't get done, but I mean, I was gonna say one more thing. I like the foreshadowing in his like profile where it says his dislikes for ugly things and round noises.
Yes.
That's some pretty
Because-
masterful foreshadowing.
Cleaning. Okay, I'm gonna keep saying SS here because everything about him is so perfectly integrated. He likes cleaning because he likes cleaning up fucking dead bodies because he thinks they're all monsters. Everything is laid out perfectly.
It's
I
really-
Also,
think-
his,
I'm
his
starting to
bio
get won
says,
over. I'm starting to get won
it's
over
like
by this.
ugly.
Honestly, I
I
wouldn't
think
mind
he's
him being.
double F. I think he's double
I would
F.
not mind him being an SS. I think that's actually
There's-
perfect.
there's
we-
also-
I also would not mind him being an
Let's
SS.
listen to Noob. Let's
There's
listen.
also his skill names. If you
Oh,
if
Judge,
you
jury,
take
and
that at
executioner.
all,
Judge,
it's like,
jury,
what the fuck is?
executioner,
Why the fuck are they
Jury.
called that?
Jury. That jury
Yeah.
fucking like.
Judge, jury, and
those are some good
executioner.
names. Execution is. Oh
What
my
is his
God,
special?
man. Like,
I don't remember it.
Special fortune
I-
telling. Special fortune
No,
telling.
I mean his special attack.
Oh,
I actually don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Hold
It's
on,
just
probably-
I'm gonna
It's
check
probably
his-
something.
So
I'm
someone
gonna
can
his
check.
report right now. It's righteous punishment
righteous
Yeah.
punishment.
Kino.
That's it.
because
Dude,
he has
righteous
the right to
eyes,
lie.
righteous punishment.
Kino.
Fuck me.
Kino.
SS.
It's like
SS.
he's
Yeah,
so
no, I'm fine with
suspicious in so
SS.
many ways.
He's
It also
awesome.
fits the judge, jury, and executioner team.
Yeah.
Righteous punishment.
And
Like, he's so suspicious in so many ways, but he definitely keeps it under wraps very well.
Aito's
He's
two
very
base
good.
guys.
Very good. Yeah.
Okay, double F.
I
Alright.
think we can move on to.
We could finally
move
talk
on
about
to,
the big guy
Sumi-
himself.
Sumi no Dono. SS for sure.
If we
Yeah,
are
I gotta
including like
say
the very end of the route and the first few minutes of
We
New
are,
Game
we
Plus,
We
then
are.
yes,
We-
SS.
SS
Yeah.
for sure.
SS.
Just because the first 5 minutes of New Game Plus.
Also-
I'll talk.
Dude,
Also,
I'll get started. Rika, what are you gonna say?
redo your 100 days. Redo your 100 days.
Okay, so about Takumi,
Enough.
like Takumi, like even before New Game Plus, he's the most enjoyable MC that I've seen like written in the game. Like I think he's like when in demo, I was a bit annoyed by him because like he kind of like didn't like present himself much. I guess he kind of just like went with like what everyone else was doing.
Yes.
And then I think that after the demo, he started like making more of a presence for himself. And then he's one of the more like interesting characters in terms of like his like motivation. Because even like because Kara like she like haha childhood friend like that was like a presentation that I did not expect Kodaka to actually like make interesting and compelling. Because Takumi like he always dreamt about Kara, like she was his reason for even like trying to like make something of himself in the school. And he only had one bad moment I found, and that was like the whole like Kako Ima thing. But even that wasn't enough to like detract my enjoyment of him. And he just kept getting better and better and better. And then like when he beat the game, he goes back in time, and then he wastes no time. Like he has time traveling hacks now. And then the first thing he does when he goes back in time exposes Ato. Like
Yes.
that was just I like when I saw that I saw it out. I just
One of the
I
best
kneeled.
one of the best time travelers I've ever seen in fiction. He wastes zero time. He gets the power, he goes
agree.
back in time. The first thing he does is go, "Where is that
He
motherfucker?
was
I'm going
on
to
its
kill him."
frame 1. He was
exactly.
on its frame 1.
It's like, yes, yes. Awesome.
Dude,
I know.
my enjoyment for the game like skyrocketed. Like, it was already super high, but when he fucking did that, I'm like, okay, I know like the 100 endings are gonna be keynote as fuck for what Takumi just did.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. Like, first impressions I booted up the game. It was a demo. He does the fucking intro cutscene, 30 minutes long, and all he talks about is, oh, my life's so hacking average,
Yes, that was a
and
terrible
nothing,
start.
Nothing ever
Absolutely
nothing
terrible
ever
start.
happens.
Nothing
Got
ever
jacked.
happens. I'm so generic.
I'm so generic.
I'm your
I look at
advertised
his
schooler.
design. I look at
Yep.
his design. I don't find his design that generic, but that kind of bothers me because I look and like, what? Like, what? This guy's the main character. This guy with the weird red hair. Like,
Pepsi hair. Pepsi hair.
okay, that's not something you expect from a main character, but like, it's not bad, but it throws you off. He does that fucking anti-dimes promo. Like the first 7 days, he does basically nothing, and then slowly, very slowly, you start to see something. You start to see this guy like he like even in the part that you can see, like he starts gaslighting people. The first fucking moment where you're like, okay, it's I'll puke to you with you, like holy shit. That
Keynote.
massive gaslight promo, like insane shit.
Even
He
before that,
starts-
you get the flashback dream where he says, "I'll be your daddy."
Yeah, no. That's so
Dude,
good.
so
That's-
base.
but-
So
That's so
base.
good,
So
but
base.
it doesn't click with you because you think, okay, it's just a dumb child. He's not gonna do these kind of sick lines again. He does that on the flashback, and then you get I'll puke with you. Fucking, I hate pronouncing that. And then just slowly he starts dropping those bombs. Like once in a while, he has like the most insane line you've ever seen. And when you realize you've kind of fallen in love platonically with him because like
We'll all have to say
this news
platonically.
this news gimmick is funny.
The snoozer
and-
is
and
great, but it's not really
implemented.
much in Common Route though.
It's self-aware sometimes. It's still
Guys,
self-aware
I gotta
sometimes.
be real. I gotta be real, real quick.
I noticed the
I'm
snoozing in
going
common.
sleepy. I'm going to bed. See you guys.
Good night.
like
Okay.
You watch him
okay,
actually
okay.
be done for the night.
Darumi and F.
like
Put Darumi
like
in F. Put Darumi in
okay.
F. Put Darumi in F.
Okay.
he does that and then he does the gaslighting and it's funny, and even when you're pissed off at him, which for me was at the Ima scene where Ima threatens him and he goes along with it and you can't
Yes.
say no.
You can't.
You
You're not
realize
allowed to say
something.
no.
You realize that this nigga, when you can't say no, it kind of made me think, okay, this nigga's fucking human. Like this
Ding
nigga's
dong,
like,
bing
he's
bong.
not my self insert. He's not my self insert. He's an actual character. And I'm like, okay, nice. That's what I want.
It's so right nice
I
to
was very
have a
impressed with what I
real
saw, too.
character be your main character for once.
Yeah,
Yep.
and like
And I say that as someone
That
who
line-
thinks Hanada is one of the best characters in DR.
the lines he drops, it's like if any other Kodaka main character thought of saying those lines, they would be on their knees apologizing. and then you have the absolute fucking peak, that is like the end of the game where he just kills the fucking time traveler.
Redo your 100 days.
Yeah, that's Kino, but like he's very human about it because he asks every single person on the school what they
Yeah.
think, and he just comes to the conclusion himself. Because even if you say no, you're forced to say yes. I know it's plot convenience, but like okay. And then he time travels and immediately fucking mogs this faggot, and it's so fucking Kino because not only does he mog him, but like 90% of the time he just goes out and red pills everyone. Yeah, I'm a fucking time traveler. Fuck you, disposes everything. And most of the time, when you play a game with time looping, you're just so fucking pissed off that the looper does fucking nothing or
There's
keeps
nothing
shit
to actually
himself,
like
and
help their situation or
Yeah,
use the
they
past
don't
as a
try to fix
reference
it.
for the
they
future.
never try to fix it. Takumi is super fucking active about it. He
And
tries
that's
it every
great
fucking
because,
moment.
and this is all routes. This is not common route at this point, but it's great that he does try to fix it because then he starts to try too hard, and that's when
Yeah,
all the other
exactly.
Yeah.
routes start happening,
Exactly.
and it's
So like
great.
he's very good at everything. He's very good at progressing the plot. He's very good at he has funny gimmicks.
He has flaws.
His design is not generic. So like he's definitely the best main character in anything Kodaka has done. He might be the best main character in anything I've played. That said, he's 5'6". Put him on F.
True. Yes. Manlets
Please,
never fucking learn.
Manlets deserve
True,
nothing.
True.
But anyway,
Okay.
I don't believe in the 5'6". There's no way. They may say
Otherwise-
that, but I'm not believing them.
Otherwise, don't look at this report card. That's a double S.
I simply do not believe the game when it tells me he's 5'6". No.
Okay, so final adjustments. Darumi down to F,
No,
please.
listen. I
Will
was
you
the
shut
only
the
one.
fuck up already?
I was the only
have
one
more
who
important
talked
things
about
to
Takumi.
discuss.
You guys need to talk about Takumi.
I already did talk about
Go
Takumi. I already gave you my
Bird
reason.
did
I
not,
talked about
Bird did
Takumi.
not. Scope did not.
I
Nuke
talked
did
about
not,
him.
Ricky did not.
Yeah, Scope did too. It was me scoping you.
Bird.
I had to take a nap, just too sleepy.
The
I
snoozer.
see. I see. Go.
Guys, I'm
You-
gonna
you go-
talk about Takumi, but first I need to do my free time.
Yeah, my free time was this 2-hour discussion. Then I had to get the snooze in.
Okay, but-
That's my whole day.
How did it take him so long to notice this?
He's fucking blind.
He
He's
is
fucking
blind. But to be fair, that's less a problem with him and more a problem with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
I just
have
think
the
it's funny.
moon in the Tokyo complex? Isn't it just like don't they just have like panel skies?
Yes,
no moon.
they have like
Yeah.
panels in the sky.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
I just
probably
thought it was-
not
yeah,
used
that's
to looking at the sky. None of them. is
Yeah, I
probably
just think it
used
was
to looking at the
just
sky.
funny.
He gets so unbelievably pissed off when Nozomi dies. I mean, not unbelievably. Of course, it's believable that he gets pissed off. The rage makes him achieve Chim. Any other character in that moment, like Hinata, Saihara, Naegi not even, we see him like go full despair in DR3 with Kirigiri's fake
Yeah.
death. Any other character in that spot would like just break down and cry for 30 years straight and have to be talking to jutsu'd. He gets to action.
Takumi goes, he's like, I'm kill. Hold on, I gotta post it.
The cutscene where he's like screaming crazily, running at Vexness to finish her off, is awesome. It's awesome. Just the flashbacks, just screaming like a madman in rage and sadness. It's great. Awesome voice acting.
Yep.
Awesome writing.
Yep, his
Awesome
re-
dialogue. Awesome writing.
His entire reason for what's up?
Let me mention this. He's not voiced by a woman, and it's a great.
Okay,
it's
yeah.
A great voice.
Triple S.
True. I was gonna say that his entire he just felt like the absolute despair that he felt, and then he just he just turned that despair into just pure on rage as he charged at Vexus with that sword.
Yeah, and then
Because his
Kako steals
entire
the
reason-
revenge kill, so the honor
Yeah,
kill.
fuck that. His entire reason for being like Nozomi Kara, like she's gone. Like he spent all those days running to get back. At the very end, she's gone.
And now he has nothing to return to.
Yeah.
He says that himself. Just like, who cares about his mom and dad? I guess he has nothing to return to now. Like, okay, dude.
Yep.
Also, one last thing, since he gains this at the start of before the Ato choice, Specialist Revenge is a really good way of integrating storytelling into
Yes.
gameplay.
Yeah, that was Kino.
Great character, great main character, great protagonist, great writing, great game.
He's my favorite MC of
He's
all
awesome.
time, dude. Like by
So
far,
true.
like I don't think I've never really cared much about MCs, but he is by far the best MC I've ever seen.
Yeah, I do not care about main characters, but holy shit.
Okay,
Okay,
are we all done
I
talking
want
about
to
Takumi?
pick.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, let's
and
make
Noob,
revisions.
did you say anything?
Yeah, and the noob didn't say anything. I think.
Did he not? I thought he did.
I agree with pretty much everything. I don't really have anything to add.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
Final adjustments. I think we should move Takemaru down to C, maybe. I don't think he's
Yeah.
B.
I think B is too high.
I think Takemaru is glued to Tsubasa, like exactly the same. But
Yeah.
put him below Tsubasa because Tsubasa makes my dick hard. So.
Subasa's
True.
hotter, so she's
So
yeah,
true.
she's gonna be-
Okay, so,
Now it's
He's-
good. Now
She harder than us. He won't puke on you when he's going down on it. That's
I still think
Okay.
Kurara should be
do we
lower.
do it, Chad?
Seriously? Why?
I don't
no,
like
I
her.
don't think so.
I think Darumi
In
should be
Common
lower.
Rod, I don't like her. She's dog shit.
Go fuck yourself.
Are we really
I
putting
think this is
Darumi
very
in D?
solid.
Come
I
on.
think this is very solid.
I'm gonna make one more pitch for Kyoshiko to be an A because A is like too lacking for a cast that was good.
I
Yes.
like
Kyoshiko
that.
was consistent.
I like that. I like that.
Wait, what was it again?
Moving Kyoshiko.
I think
up.
that Kyoshiko should be an A because A is too sparse for someone who is like consistently enjoyable to have on screen.
Yes.
I agree. I agree.
I kind of prefer it
But
if Nozomi's by herself. in
I
A.
also think Shoma should go up though.
No,
I
don't
mean,
agree
I
with
was
you.
gonna say I was gonna say I prefer if Nozomi's by
If
herself.
she goes up, Shoma's going up.
Because he funny. But yeah, if Kiyoshika goes
Okay,
up to
well,
A, Shoma also goes
Then
up to A.
okay, then let's have the
I'm fine
visual
with it.
reference here.
I like this.
Look at this, and then see if you like this.
I like this.
I
I
like
like
that.
this. I like this. I like this.
I like this.
Can't have.
No, I have no complaints.
Perd is trying
What's
to say something.
I might get overruled here, but like seeing Shoma in A is just like I feel like we've failed.
You're betting-
No,
honestly.
I
No,
agree.
we
I
did
think that's
not.
too much.
No,
Wait, what do you mean?
I
Sh-
think-
what, actually, why do you guys think Shoma shouldn't be A?
He's
Fucking
great.
Look at him.
He is great. He's great. Look, he has great moments.
The
The
ugliness
Gyron
adds
enter
to
is
him.
awesome. He does have good moments. He pops me. But
And then he
Going back-
regresses, and then he regresses again.
yes,
Go.
Okay, how about
he
this?
agresses
I
back
think
to the
that
end, and
Shoma-
especially during the anti-Nozomi arc. Like
That's
Okay, hold on.
everybody.
that.
Bird,
Okay,
Bird,
but
Bird.
when you're
Everybody.
talking about Shoma, who is you have all agreed is supposed to be like this genuinely good person, and he is shitting on Nozomi. No.
And he's supposed to grow from day 43, and then he regresses back
That's
to
just
being
the power of Ito. That's just the power of Ito.
Yes.
Yeah, but
But if
more
he's supposed to be this
jarring,
paragon
because, like,
of good,
yeah, Kyoshiko's an idiot, so
Okay,
it works.
okay.
With
Let's
him,
be
it's like,
real. Let's be real. We say that
Okay,
Takumi's
listen.
we say that Takumi's
Listen.
the ultimate gaslighter. Fucking Ato gaslighted everyone so
Yeah.
fucking
Yes.
hard. Like
Yeah.
Takumi could never do that.
Okay, listen. I'll make a proposal. We'll compromise by lowering Shoma, but we have to lower Darumi too. It's a
by me.
compromise.
Fine by me.
I don't think anyone in normal route is F tier. Because like
No,
if
no.
You're genuinely mad.
If Gaku
No.
can hang in C tier because it's common route, Darumi she can even be
Okay.
on her own, but in D tier. I can't put her in
I
F tier.
I unfortunately have to
No,
agree with Perd here.
no character is F tier in common route. They're all decent.
I
Like,
agree.
not,
Yeah,
like,
Perd's
she's
right,
not
Perd's
decent.
right.
She's not decent, but she's not like so bad that it warrants being put in F.
Okay,
Perd's right,
fine. But
because
when the all-round
F-
tier list comes,
F
we're putting her in F.
F tier is for Gaku in the post common route.
Yes, exactly.
That's his spot.
And other Darumi interpretations. Because, like I said, the joke of her being a fucking retarded Danganronpa mark in the only Kodaka scenario that's not a killing game is very funny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Uh-huh.
so she can be on her own in D tier as the worst character, but she's not F tier as in completely irredeemable yet.
Fair.
I will
Yet.
put yet. But
Fair.
Keyword
Common-
yet.
No,
He
I
slides-
think it's very fair. I say you close the tier list like this. I
I
I,
think
s-
that's
I
fair.
really don't like Showman A, but we're being outvoted here, Perd.
Okay, I actually, Remy, let's go back to that for a second. I think that Kiyoshika and Nozomi should be the only ones in A, while Shoma's should be top of B.
Okay.
I'm
That's
fine with
fair.
that.
I can compromise. I can compromise.
I can compromise too.
I think Kiyoshika, like the arguments here, like I was kind of harsh on Kiyoshika. I love Kiyoshika, don't get me wrong, but I was thinking more about the fact that she has no presence in the story aside from her comic relief, which is actually amazingly done.
But she's like
So
yeah.
What's up?
She's like the best side character imaginable.
Yeah, the pros
Yes,
outweigh
she
the
is.
cons. And then every time she's on the screen, it's not like she doesn't. She's not annoying like Kurara either. Like she's supportive, and she is like cautious around people, but that's because she's a fucking autist. Let's be honest here. She doesn't know how to act around people, and then she gets all her knowledge from manga. And then, of course, like she's gonna hang out with her friends more often than not, because they're the ones who she spent the first 10 days with.
Also, this is NG Plus exclusive, but it's technically part of her backstory. The fact that she got the sword from Temu is so fucking funny.
I know,
It's so
dude.
funny.
It's
It's so
it's
funny.
fucking great. And I said the first 10 days, but in Common Root it's the first 28 days because we
Yeah.
didn't because in every like new game press like you go to the second to last ahead of time, but yeah, so yeah, they actually spent more time together in Common Root, which is what we should take into account. Because the fact that they spent all that time together, they didn't have as much time with the main cast. So of course they're gonna be more cautious around him at first. But yeah, I think that's a good spot for her.
I like that she's a retard, but she's not like retarded to the point of like it affect. Because like when Takami's like molesting, I'm like, oh, Kodaka, she's like, Takami, I will fucking behead you. I'm like,
Yes.
okay, based. She's a retard, but she's like still like Musashi Dono, honorable samurai, which is like
She's our
I have no
retard.
flaws. She has no flaws.
So big.
She could be in the story. Yeah, that's what's keeping her out of S tier, but she has no flaws. Shoma is someone who like starts at the bottom, claws his way back up. We're so back, and then he dips, and then he dips again. So it's like the potential's lost.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just gonna post my personal tiers. I don't think I showed everyone.
Your tier list is for the routes you've done. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna post in general now that we're here, but that's just basically my,
That is
my
too
Egyptian
many S
service.
tiers, dude. Your bottom tier is A tier. Come on.
That's because the cast is just so fucking good, dude.
Okay, but
Okay,
the
let's be
your
real.
character
Let's
being
be real.
in D
Takamaru
tier.
does not belong in any A tier.
Like,
Okay, but ZM, hear me
Takamaru
out. Hear
does
me
not
out.
belong in any A tier.
Just-
What's up?
A character in D tier in this game could be a character in like A tier in Danganronpa.
That's fair.
That is
True.
true.
Yeah, true.
That is true.
Except for Darumi. Darumi could not.
Yes.
I mean,
but
this is,
Darumi is
Trust me, there's gonna be a lot of
character.
characters in the
Like-
lower
like,
tiers
okay.
once it gets all out. I'll tell
Like
you that.
okay,
Oh shit! What did I click on?
yeah. And then
Okay.
that's very fair.
Final thing I think keeping Darumi out of F tier is that her design goes hard as fuck.
No, it doesn't.
It really
That's the
doesn't.
thing. Bert, here's the thing. Here's
It
the
really
thing.
does not.
She would look so good if you take off the twin tails. Imagine her without them.
That's the joke. She's so fucking retarded. She has the retarded twin tail. She reads Saya no Uta and go, oh my god, so me. That's the fucking joke. She would be like an acceptable girl if she hadn't read Danganronpa. That's what Kodaka's telling you.
Yes. I
This
I
is
do
my
agree
thing.
that it's so funny that Kodaka made a character that is like what everyone thinks V3's ending was. It's awesome. People to this day still don't get the V3 ending.
Haven't read, so I
I
don't
know.
care.
Three is so Kino, but
but yeah.
100 line
So
mod
I
red.
guess that we did it, bros.
Should we talk about Vexness because she is in Common Route?
No.
Not
Oh,
yet.
It's irrelevant here.
we're-
It'd be the
all
same
she
here
does,
as
all she does is
PS0.
come out and aura farm.
She just aura farms,
We're
yes.
s- We're
She's
saying
aura
that for the
farming
new game
for
plus
the
tiers,
new game
yeah.
plus. She's aura
mean, her-
farming for the new game plus.
Here, I've got one more thing
Yeah.
we can discuss before we close this out.
What's up?
What do you think about double S? Do you think that
perfect.
it's in this order?
It's perfect.
No, I
Do
Yes.
you do you not think that maybe Ato would be higher?
Common route maybe
Actually,
maybe.
yes,
Ato
yes,
is
yes,
bad.
yes. Common root, 8 or above Takumi, yes. I'd
Yeah.
say
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is
Yeah,
completely
I
fair.
agree.
I agree.
Okay, then I feel
I
like
think
that's
I
good.
could. Yeah.
that. Okay, I think this is probably the best run we've done yet.
I want to point out when we did the demo.
I think we actually got things right this time.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we did the demo
right.
tier
Okay,
list, I
dude,
think it
I
lasted
will
us.
say,
What's up, Scope?
When we did the demo tier list, I think that was like 30 minutes. We are
Yeah.
approaching the exact 2-hour mark in 10 seconds.
We actually
dude,
discussed.
I
it,
will
yeah.
say, I think all route tier list is going to be a genuine bloodbath.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be
murder.
terrible.
It's gonna be
It's
murder.
gonna be
If
terrible.
I were-
dude.
if-
It's gonna be
murder.
great.
It's going to be.
If
Okay,
I were
except
We're going
truly
to be here
evil,
for at
Okay,
least
listen,
6 hours.
listen. Except when we talk about Gaku.
yes.
No,
Yeah, we can all agree.
Gaku's gonna be a 10-second discussion.
If
We're
I
doing
were
it first
truly
to get 'em-
evil, I would remove the waifu rule when we do all route. Because technically
it.
there are
Dude,
routes
You
that
would
are
be so
dedicated to the
basic.
girl.
You should do that.
We will
You
have
should
to
do
have
that. You should do
analyze
that.
them and how good their romance is, which you can't be objective. Well, you kind of be, but like if the romance is peak, that does influence how the character is viewed romantically as a
Yes.
waifu. So at that point, we can't remove it. So
Mhm.
at that point, it is going to be waifu war, which will be like
Which is going to be
insane. But
Okay. Can we all agree this is the most like the most like actually well made tier list we're gonna make?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's going to be a bloodbath for all route for sure.
Yeah,
Don't-
the
don't
demo,
get used to it.
the demo one was really bad in retrospect, and the next one's gonna be like death.
The
This
next,
is
is,
gonna
it's
be
not
the
gonna, the
most,
next
like-
one's not going to be bad. It's just going to be just war.
No, but
Yeah.
it's gonna end up bad because it's gonna be war.
Yes, sure.
I mean, considering we had a bunch of arguments already, just imagine when we have like the
So-
new game trust
so-
knowledge.
So the sheer amount of characters that are gonna get
you have to make
a vote. So
arguments and like affidavits of certain
listen,
Yep.
we're
exhibit
gonna
round 26 ending B. Like
the sheer amount of characters that are gonna get like a fucking S plus vote and then a fucking
Yeah, I
B
know.
vote.
Yes.
Dude, there is one character none of you know that I know I'm getting overruled on.
Yeah,
I
Alright.
know I'm getting overruled on.
Don't say anymore, but I'm curious now. I guess we'll all just have to read.
Yeah, play the goddamn game. I'm pretty much nearly done with it.
Now you
Like,
still
I'm
have a
almost
billion
wrapped up.
routes. You just did the important ones.
I,
already.
dude, I'm over the 50 ending mark.
Yeah, that means you still have like 40.
50 more, sir.
Yeah, but like most of them are just cutoffs.
You still have to do the Darumi route, bro. Hope you're looking forward to that.
Okay.
See,
I mean,
It'll
people
take me like
people are
1
saying it's
hour.
gonna be amazing. So
the
You
problem
working
is,
it
Yeah,
out?
I sincerely doubt this.
in order to do all routes, we kind of have to do all routes. I know I said
Yeah.
we wanted to get
Okay,
it done
okay.
as soon as we
Can-
all did
Can we
SF.
agree on one thing? Can we agree on one thing?
What?
what?
You don't need to play comedy or Eternal Battle.
Well,
You
no,
are my
no.
king.
you need to rate Gaku effectively.
Okay, but the problem with that is that
That's true.
the
Okay.
problem with that ruling, Shin, is that includes Box of Blessings.
Sad,
whatever.
sad.
I'm gonna
Dude,
play
I'm
it.
so sorry you guys are
I'm gonna
gonna
play
have
Box
to
of
go through that.
Blessings.
Okay,
I'm
then,
so sad
okay,
you
then
guys have
fine.
to go through that.
Once we have completed all routes, once you've completed SF, Truth Nuke, and all the routes that aren't comedy or Eternal Battle, then we can do it.
True.
Okay, I'm pretty
Agreed.
much almost there then.
And then after we do
You
all
still have
characters
a lot.
or all route all characters, maybe we can do just like an overall ranking of the routes themselves.
I also agree with that.
I still
Yeah,
have
true.
so much. I finished the Truth Nuke group today. I'm planning on like not reading as much for the next couple of days. 'Cause I want to take a break. But
No, because you're fucked up.
I'm actually fucked up, dude. I was crying my ass out today.
You're fucked up, yeah.
And then so I was gonna like just tackle. I already have like a bunch of like routes I want to tackle, but I do want to check out that Darumi route because if people are hyping it up, I'm kind of curious about it. So
I'm very curious about it.
yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm wage cucked from Monday through Friday, so I'll do my best to like
Okay,
just grind them out.
but guys, let me just tell you something. Check the channel, and I would like to announce that we don't have a Gaku route.
Fucking base.
This is Shin.
So base.
The
So
what you just said right now is the equivalent of John Cena coming out at Extreme Rules.
Shin, I have terrible news for you.
We have
We have compromised to a permanent end.
The Gaku route.
Shin, I have terrible news for you.
What?
Box of Blessings has an ending called Gaku's Harem.
I
Are
am
you-
the
are
leading
you-
game. That's true.
Are you serious, Rika? Are you fucking serious?
I'm serious. I'm on
No,
the
you're
serious. There's an ending.
No, you're
I
not.
am, I am
I'm
literally the
being
leading
real
the
with you.
game.
No, you're not.
Okay,
Dude,
then
that's
I'm gonna go ahead and
bullshit.
say that we do not need to do Box of Blessings.
We
for
don't.
all
We don't
routes.
need to do box of
Dude,
blessings.
okay, I did Box of Blessings. Seriously, it's a nothing burger. It adds absolutely nothing to the story. Do not do Box of Blessings.
I won't. Don't worry.
I can't believe. No, that's the most offensive thing I have heard in months.
And
No,
it's
go fuck
exactly
yourself.
what you think it is.
It doesn't
Rika,
exist.
you
Go fuck
got you
yourself.
gotta post proof, you fucking faggot.
No, you don't. I
Dude.
don't wanna. I don't wanna hear of it. It does not exist.
Dude,
I
I
refuse.
can boot up the game right
if
now.
there
and
is
No, I
a-
show you.
refuse.
if-
I refuse.
Listen to me right now. If there's a goddamn Gaku wins route, there better be a fucking miracle Kakura, or I swear to God, I'm going to kill
No,
Kodaka.
serious-
shut the fuck up. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
Okay, but that's enough. That's enough. Yeah.
That's
I think we can call it. We start talking about in this route when Gaku unsheaths the we got to call it here.
Yeah, we
Never
gotta call
call
it.
You've actually made me physically sick by telling me about a Gaku harem ending.
I'm sorry.
Go fuck yourself.
It,
Rita.
it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
No, it does
Like,
not.
It does not exist.
That's what I'm saying. Don't play Box of Blessings. We don't need it.
Okay, fair. I'm not playing it.
Okay, is that it? Because I want to get back to the game and like finish.
I am
You
glad-
can get
I'm
back to the
glad
game. I
that
gotta go to
Kodaka
work
went-
tomorrow.
Don't read the spoiler.
Fred, I am gonna kill you. I am literally gonna kill you. Like, I'm not joking.
Fred, you need to be executed.
You need to be executed.
I will kill you, Bird. I will kill you, Bird.
Absolutely,
actually will.
one of the worst things ever written by a man, and also what Purge said as well.
That's horrible. Why would you ever fucking? Why would you think that?
Okay. Alright.
Okay,
Well,
before
we're
we
done
go,
here.
before we go, hold on. Before we
Okay,
go,
What?
what? God damn it! What
Why-
do you want?
Oh,
why does he have the blue eyes there? It's so funny.
What blue eyes? What you're talking about?
Hold on. Look at his eyes. He just has the blue eyes there.
Oh yeah, dude, that was great when he fucking did that. He just stood there. Let's go quick the copy.
Pin this shit. Pin this shit right now.
I'm done.
Oh my.
That should be our next discussion. Tier list of how to torture Gaku.
That might just be the thumbnail of this. No, it's gonna be the thumbnail of all routes. I need a thumbnail for this one.
Dude, I just want to kill Bird.
Roma with Nozomi and Takumi and the enter.
Yes.
That's the thumbnail.
Yeah, with Shoma. Yeah. Okay.
I
Alright.
think that we have the best expertise on these characters. I mean, what if someone else makes a tier list? We're just gonna
Well, they're
fucking put
wrong.
A
They're
to
wrong.
an SS for Fujo bait. No, A to an SS for the wrong reasons.
Yes, that's why I'm saying they're wrong. This is the canon tier
Yes.
list. Any
No,
other
we're
tier
right.
list that comes out
Canon
after this
tier
one is
list.
just wrong.
True.
No one knows more.
And
than we
if you
do.
see a
We
tier list
are
that is wrong, send them this video right now on YouTube.
proof
Okay.
nuke.
And subscribe for
Okay,
more. No, I'm
fellas,
not
I'm
really
gonna-
gonna say that. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna hop into bed now. Good night.
Yeah.
Okay, bros. Good call.
Stay tuned for the
3
all
times over.
routes tier list, which is gonna happen in like 3
It's
months.
time to snooze.
It's time to
Yeah,
snooze.
good
Honk
night.
shoo.
Ding dong, bing bong.
Honk shoo. Me.
Read, bros.
Honk, shoot.
Fuck Darumi.